Hello, board members. How we doing this lovely Puzzle Sunday? Well, I hope. As it is Puzzle Sunday, we are returning to the world of the Paincreek Killings, where we have gotten, I think, all of the old tea and spilt it everywhere. We've found out about what happened to Sophie the ghost. We're starting to try to find out what happened to look at everyone. What happened with everybody else. Several other people were killed recently in the town as the town was closing up. We found out about. We finally got to see the death reports. We're trying to figure out murder weapons. We have kind of a suspect at this point. It's all over the place. Like, we've had so much crazy stuff happen in the last, like, this last session that, like, start bringing things around. I don't know if we're going to finish, but today, but I feel like we've at least made quite a bit of progress into the main story. There's still plenty of stuff to let this module take a left turn, and we're still waiting on the werewolf vampires, or vampire werewolves, to start coming out of every window. We just start gunning them down, baby. Just start gunning them down. Welcome, everybody, though. Deathbringer, welcome. Zamas87, of course, welcome. Look at this guy, I know. Here again, at the same time, same place. Hats off, huh? What kind of hat do you want? What kind of hat do you want, Deathbringer? Hit us with that hat choice. I need to know what kind of hats you want. There's a lot of options over there. There's a lot of options. Okay, but yeah, last time, besides all the other crazy stuff that has happened, we had finally gotten the key to the inside of the painter guy. We've heard multiple voice messages and seen messages about how he has the tools that we're going to need. We need a shovel, a wrench, and I think there might have been one other thing. Your choice? Oh, wait. Is there a hat I haven't worn yet? Is there a hat I haven't worn yet? I think I've worn basically all my hats. Well, let's see. Is this one a detective hat? Hold on. Oh, yeah. Here we go. Alright, here. I've got a detective hat. How about a detective hat? We're doing detective stuff. How about a detective hat? Hold on. Is that detective enough for the detective club? I'm not sure which side is the front. And I can even get the flaps going if I really want to. My hair. But yeah, what do we think? Is it detective enough for the detective club? What do we think? Is it proper, probably British Sherlock Holmesian? But how you doing, Deathbringer? Hopefully you're having a good day. Hope everything's going well. Let's see. But we went into the sewers, did all that, went into the hospital, found out a bunch of records and stuff. What else did we do? We went through a bunch of church, and we found, like, very detective-y. Okay, thank you, Zamas. But we found multiple notes that told us kind of the same thing. We've been cleaning up a lot of little side puzzles and notes and stuff that we've kind of had to circle back on. And then we found 4 or 5 different, like, journals and notes about how Sophie was killed, and they covered up that, and then her baby was, Vincent was sent to go to another town and then got adopted back as Scott. Oh, I mean, we've gotten so deep into it now. We're basically past what happened to Sophie and Scott and that whole thing. We're now trying to figure out, like, who did the most recent murders that we're actually here to investigate at this point. So I think I left off here. Where am I? Oh. Because we had just came in here and we still have these things, this to kind of figure out. We thought this was going to be Bodrums or whatever. The one of the handymen or people who worked at the mansion, the BH. Someone with some initial toggle to it, found in the hospital morgue. But we don't know exactly what this was referring to, so we're going to have to go over to his apartment and see if we can figure it out. I got new emotes. Oh, heads with a Deathbringer. Still not 100% sure what we're doing with this, other than it had the code on the back. And then the hammer is the tool we've already used. Fixes drawers or pull out nails. I don't know where we're going to be pulling out nails. We haven't come across that yet that I can remember. But we still need a shovel and a wrench. We need a shovel to dig up the time capsule. And we need a wrench to open the sewer access grates along the ground, or along the road. What do we got? And we're still looking for the keys to the gun rack. Oh, there's the shovel. Yes. Why is it B? What? Okay, that said B to store, and it was actually F. Okay, whatever. Sure, module, whatever you say. No voicemail. Officer Church Haven. July 17, 1995. Dear Mr. Oliver Gibson, we regret to hear that Father Matthew will not be joining any part of the annual religious gathering event from July 18th to the 23rd in South York. We received Father Matthew's memo yesterday saying that he was not feeling well. I assume he has also informed you about this last-minute change. Please send him our regards. We wish him a swift recovery so he may serve the people of Paincreek soon. Reverend, huh? Important. We gotta remember to take photos of all the important information. Oh my god, you got tentacle emotes? What? You got another lick emote? Okay, there's some sus ones in there. Oh, there's some very sus ones in there. What? What is that Pepe the Frog one doing? Where are you going, Pepe? Wow. They are, okay. Yeah, no. Fair. They are, on Main Street with their style, I guess. There's a lot of stuff going on with those emotes there, Deathbringer. I'm sure you'll have plenty of fodder to be using to make the most funniest of emote combinations. Congratulations. Who did you get? Like, oh, there's the wrench too. Dang, they're just handing them out right now. Yeah, I don't know why it's saying B. All tools found. Okay, great. So did you get gifted one, or did you find one and, like, buy your way in? I don't think Hilby would be excited about tentacles. Ooh, a diary. Okay, this guy has been involved in a lot of stuff. This was the photographer who was friends with Victoria, or Vivian. So he's been around for all of the, like, weddings and birthday photos and everything. So this guy's kind of in the know. I'm curious to see what they're going to give us in his diary. Oh, okay. I know what it's doing. Hold on. I figured it out. Hold on. That might... Does it crash? No. Ah, okay. There we go. Yeah. I had a controller still plugged in, and it was giving me the... It was X for the controller and B button for the controller. Got gifted one of the set, then got the other by gifting. Nice. That's fantastic. Well, you're going to have some fun with those ones, bud. Between the stepping on emote... Wherever Pepe's going. I can't tell. Is that... Are they drinking water? It's the one that's to the left of the step on me emotes. I can't tell what's going on in that one. Wait, what's it called? Oh, it's them drinking milk. Oh, that makes sense. Booba jiggle, booba jiggle, booba jiggle. Okay, yeah. Head pats. Mm-hmm. I mean, they don't look familiar, so I don't think I've seen this VTuber before. I don't think I've seen this VTuber before. But, you know, good for them. Good for them. All right, let's see what our photographer friend got up to. I haven't either. Well, you must have been in the room at least once, right? To get, like, randomly gifted a sub. Let's see. We just attended Trish's funeral this morning. Oh, they're starting recently. Charles tried to be strong, but by the end of the ceremony, his face was wet. Dorothy cried her heart out. It truly pains the soul to witness so many death. I guess that's... Is that a capital S? That's not S, is it? Maybe that's a capital S? I don't know. I don't know if that's the right kind of cursive. That's not how that works? What do you mean? Don't you have to go into a room at least once before you can get handed a random emote? Because they'll hand out random. Nope. Oh, okay. I thought you had to have been in the room at least once to receive like a free subscription or whatever. Okay. Truly pays the soul to register many, I guess that's S, deaths occur here in Paincreek. Every one of those deaths was of a person I knew, and some were very close to me. Among them, Vivian's death shocked me the most. Despite what the media said, I will not, for even a moment, believe that Scott killed her. It just doesn't make sense to me. I guess that's how they do their S's. Huh. That doesn't look right to me, but maybe I'm thinking of the wrong thing. I haven't used cursive in a while outside of my own name, right? I've been gifted these without knowing anything. Oh. Wow. Okay. Lot of Yu-Gi-Oh in there. Some D&D. Some like Bratz doll looking. It's a very Bratz doll looking VTuber model there on some of those. Let's see. That to me makes sense. Trisha's death hurt the most, probably because I spent the last few years monitoring her. She was smart, kind, and very talented. She was turning into a very promising young woman. With her passing, Charles has lost all his family members. He's all alone. I can't imagine the pain he is going through. August 14th, Dorothy left Paincreek early February, a month after Trish's funeral. The hospital closed shortly after. By the end of the month, Charles had packed and departed Paincreek for good. None of these people packed. None of these people took anything of significance with them, because it's all still here in the town. Wanda passed away on March 12th, 1996. Her cancer had... Wanda? Okay. The cancer had spread too far and too deep. The doctor could not save her. 2 weeks after her funeral, Derek moved out of Paincreek. Autumn is approaching. My photography store will be closing by the end of this month. I have many things to say, but there's no one left to confide in. Anyways, I've been thinking about retiring for quite a while now. Maybe the time has come. Well, maybe. Oliver Gibson's story. That's it? There was one diary? Was his whole story? That's it? There's so much more for him to tell. He's seen so many things. Don't tell me that's all that's in here. Really? We waited so long to get into this building, you give me one diary? What? What are they? You're slacking. Module, you be slacking. Oh, I'm stuck behind the door. No, don't kill me. Don't kill me. I don't even know if we can honestly take damage. Well, you know what? I know we're going to take damage once the vampire werewolves show up, but until then, I don't know if we can take damage. Wait, wasn't... Oh, yeah, there's a hole upstairs. So what's in... it's locked. Okay, I'm not unlocking that one. Also, interesting, this building has power. Most of the town doesn't. Huh. Yeah, that's really strange. This whole building has power. There you go. I knew you'd start figuring out creative ways to use their emotes. Wow. Yeah. Good for you, Deathbringer. You can't even go onto the... what? Wow, so this was literally for a diary and just the tools. This was just a locked closet, basically. Nothing? There's nothing? There's got to be a secret or something hidden in here, right? After all this time, I've been waiting so patiently to get the key to this place. That's it? It's literally the shovel, the wrench, and the one diary from this guy? Normal Twitch things, I guess. I mean, Twitch... I mean, you have to send in your emotes to have them verified by Twitch to make sure they're okay. So I guess Twitch was alright with those emotes. I mean, they're suggestive, but technically they're not, like, nude. Or incredibly lewd or anything, so... Alright, so now we have the shovel and the wrench. One thing we can do, then, is... We can open the grating. Oh, right here. I'm like, I think there's one right here. Wasn't there? The only downside is I have to remember the buttons. There we go. Okay, unless this one's empty? Also, I have no idea why I'm doing this. I don't remember any notes about stuff hidden in the sewer drain, like the sewage areas. I just noticed that these have bolts I could remove, and I've been trying. And I'm almost positive there's at least one other place in one of the buildings where we needed this wrench for something. That wasn't here. Like, maybe in the hospital? Could be in the hospital. Oh, wait. Yes, there's one over here, right? Because I thought I remember there being one. Is there not? I swear I thought I remember there being one over here. When we were looking for the door to the sewer, I felt like we kept running into one. Oh, you know what we haven't gotten open either is any of these. Can I, like... I can't force it with a hammer or something? Can I just hit it? We can't brute force anything. Our character refuses. It's so sad. Okay. I think... Didn't one of the maps of the sewer stuff say something about there being a sewer entrance here by the farmer's market? Like the old one or something? Okay, so we need to go back to Bernard's house and try the BH key. Though we might have figured out who actually killed this guy now if... Yeah, Steve Moss. We've read this. Daily drive from here. Community hospital for emergency. Transport was born just before that. Security room. Okay. How goes it? Welcome, Ika. It's going all right. Work was pretty busy because of the Super Bowl, as I'm sure you're aware. Still mid D&D for now. Oh, that's good. Enjoy your D&D, friend. Okay, so what else am I missing here? Trying to remember where Bernard's house is at. I think one of the maps we had said it was kind of more up the north side, right? Do I have the map on me? No. We have the mansion second floor of the hospital. Do I have a map in my photos? Oh, that was one of the other things we actually got, too. I forgot, is we have this. Which I think was... Where was this office? Was this the one in the church? I know it's on the back of the door, but I don't remember where that room is. There's the instructions for it. Oh yeah, we're still missing some chess pieces. I forgot about that. Yeah, I don't see a map. Not the one I'm looking for, anyway. Hold on. I'm trying to remember what I need... Whoa, stutter. Trying to remember what we need at the graveyard also. Because I think in the graveyard... We need to dig up the time capsule, but I don't know if we can actually access that other part of the graveyard yet. Let's see. Because this is locked? That's not this key, is it? No, okay. But yeah, so the time capsule should be inside of this area over here. We haven't seen it yet, but all the indications are there. I think except the one that indicated it might be on this part of the graveyard, but... Okay, but yeah, we gotta go find Bernard's house, and then I gotta remember where... Oh, I think another clue we got was... the desk number for... something? Was that one of the other clues we've just gotten? There's behind the well fence. There's... And the keyhole. I walked in the door and looked through the keyhole. There were 4 people. City of New Jersey. Okay. So I guess it's just this then. And then here's all the mortuary reports. Oh, this is the other thing, is we have to go back to the sheriff's office and try this combo out. Let's go do that right now, because I know where the sheriff's office is, and I don't remember where the other things are. Because it's not in the house. It's not in the mansion with the dartboard. It might be Bernard's... It might be Bernard's house that has the dartboard. I don't remember now. I still feel lied to about that, by the way. I think they misrepresented that puzzle by putting that hole in there and making it look like that's where the dart was when it actually wasn't. No, not cool, yo. Okay, so 7741, and it's a code to the file? I don't know if that means like a filing cabinet or a computer code. Because we also, technically, I think there's the jail cell we can open. Oh, no, I can't open the jail cell. Okay. I can't open that. Because I think he had a computer, right? Missing. Whoa, I guess it is the filing cabinet, because I don't see a computer in here.
Hi, this is Steven. I just wanted to make sure the package was sent. Again, I'm currently at Ann's courtyard. Any extra info you have would be much appreciated. Thank you very much. Talk to you later.
Okay, that's Steve Moss or whatever. Oh, okay, here we go. This has got to be it. For 7741? Yes. Okay, great. This one's been waiting a while. Okay, we have a toy car, glasses. No, don't shut it. A whistle? And a key. A car key. Interesting. Taking a picture of that. It's just weird enough that our editor might like it. Ooh, what's this one? Vivian Roberts' murder case record of alibi. Oh, take the photo. July 25th, 1995. Interview to Charles Roberts. I wasn't here when my wife was killed. I left for New York on July 18th to attend a conference meeting that was supposed to last for 3 days. I was supposed to be back on the weekend on the morning of July 20th. However, I received a phone call from our butler, Bernard. Oh, okay, it is the butler. Gotcha. Informing me that Vivian had been murdered. I could not believe what I heard. I cut short my trip and immediately came back to Paincreek. Matthew Brooks, the priest. There is an annual religious gathering event in Hartford where pastors from different churches in our state's vicinity meet and discuss what we can do to help our society. The event started on July 18th and ran for 5 days, so it ended on July 23rd. I represent Paincreek Trinity Church at the event. Our church can confirm this because we had to cancel our Sunday service that week. Bernard Hopkins. Okay. Again, Bernard Hopkins, I almost feel like is a famous boxer name or something. I was preparing for the fundraising event when I fell sick. However, there was no one who can really do my job, so I kept working. At about 9 in the evening, I was too sick to continue, so I bid Vivian goodnight and head back home. Dorothy Patterson saw me leave. No, there's no one else that lives there. I live alone. Okay, Dorothy Patterson. I don't think Dorothy died. So many people have died, and there's been so many names, I don't remember now. Let's see. July 25th. Yes, Bernard was not feeling well that day, so he left slightly earlier than usual. However, he finished his work before he left. When I saw how sick he appeared, I wondered how he could have kept on working. Well, I guess that's why the Roberts family trusts him so much. Me? Kane033, welcome. Hopefully you're having a good day. You a big mystery person? The puzzles, they must be solved on Puzzle Sunday, yes. But welcome, Kane. Let's see. Maids are in the mansion most of the time, either preparing the food or making sure that the other maids were doing their jobs. The fundraising event, which was to be held the following day, was important to Vivian, so we were all making sure that everything would be perfect. By the time Mary left, it was already past midnight. I locked the doors and then went home myself. No, I live alone. Okay. Oh, okay. Welcome, Kane. How you doing? Oh, Kane, I guess I'll just tell everyone. Kane is someone I know from IRL. So you're aware. Good to hear. Just so you're aware, no real names. On here, Celtier. I will be Celtier. No real names. As Zamis knows, no real names. So, no worries. Okay, thank you. But welcome. You've come at an odd time in this module because there's so much stuff that's happened so far that I don't know. I guess we'll see how well you are of a detective in this case, because you're going to have to put some stuff together as we go. Let's see. My name is Mary Martinez. I've been working in the kitchen for the past few days for the upcoming fundraising event. Jimmy's Bakery was supposed to deliver the cakes, but a few days before the event, they called to inform us I suck as a detective. Oh, well, you know, if you have questions, just feel free to ask. I'll do my best to explain, but there's a lot going on. Before the event, they called to inform us that they can't make it. Suddenly, I was in charge of the cakes. I was so mad because we didn't have much time, and this event was supposed to be extremely crucial for Vivian's business. But after hearing that Vivian was murdered, all my anger and work just sort of became irrelevant. Yeah, that's fair. At least, Mary, you were nice enough to realize that your anger was not what was important in that moment. Let's see. Derek Tyler. I remember dropping Mr. Roberts off at the airport on July 18th at around 2 p.m. I was supposed to come back after that drive. Wait, what? To drive around for Vivian, but she told me to take a break since I hadn't had a day off for quite some time. I decided to visit a friend of mine who was moving upstate to West Dakota. What sort of friend? An elementary school buddy that used to live here but moved when he received a scholarship. I stayed at his place for a few days before coming back to Paincreek. Yes, he can vouch for me. I have his number at home. I can give it to you later. Derek never gave me the... Ooh, spicy. Well, we know Derek has a knife. We've seen that. Okay, get this. I don't need two of... No, stop it. I don't need that many of them. Okay. Okay, there is some more stuff. Hold on. Did I... Yes, I don't need 3 of them. Okay, that one's different. Okay, great. Still not sure what they actually want me to do for the photo that I'm supposed to give my boss. That part I'm confused about. Let's see. To Sheriff Howard, the crack in Vivian Roberts' skull shows that the weapon used is an object with heavy and sharp end. Something like an axe would fit the description. To cause a crack that big, the attacker must be rather strong. I'm assuming it's either a man or a strong woman who is experienced in the use of the weapon. The victim must have been facing the attacker because of the laceration found on the front of her torso, as well as backside of both forearms, showing that she tried to block the attack by holding up her arms. The fatal strike landed on the right side of Vivian's head, just above her right eyebrow. So it must have... In theory, then, they would have probably been left-handed. Because if it's an overhead swing... I'm trying to think if there's any kind of way a right-handed person would swing it, unless they, like, brought it around this way, which would not be a natural swing for a right-handed person. The clarifies the following. The victim was facing the killer. The killer is strong enough to land such a clean but deadly blow, and... Oh, look, the killer is left-handed. All right, great, they agreed. Since the murder weapon was never recovered and confirmed, my assumption of being an axe still remains. Bernard does have that weird display case of axes that we found. Since this is me doing you a solid, do not, under any circumstances, leak this information or I'll be in big trouble. The guys here in Grand City don't want anyone more necessary to know about these details. Hope the above information helps. Sean M. Smith. Okay, well, Sheriff Howard's already completely incompetent, so I don't mind getting him fired when this goes into the newspaper. Also, Grand City might be a place in Nevada, so this might actually be still canonically in Nevada, even if it looks European. Okay, I think that was the only thing we got added to this area, and I think that's going to be all of it then. So I think we've been in like literally every other area outside of the jail cell, but there's nothing actually in there, so... Also, I love that in this little town, they only need one basic jail cell because there's so little trouble. Until everyone started dying, of course, but that's a different problem, right? That's the classic murderers, you know, serial killer rampage that you know, Jason Voorhees goes on, and suddenly a town with one murder every 10 years suddenly has 57 murders in one night. You know, you just don't, as a small town sheriff, you don't expect things like that. Okay, so he never gave the number for his friend, which is suspicious, but he himself was killed there shortly thereafter. The only thing I haven't figured out is why Bernard would kill everybody. Because we have no indication that Bernard was not happy or whatever with his work, right? And as far as we know, he has no ties to anybody else. Outside of, like, you know, no, like, none of them were his relatives, as far as we know. Yeah, let's go up to Bernard's place. Maybe once we get the desk open that has with the darts or whatever. Maybe that will explain some of it. It's not in the church, right? No, because the desk for the church was the year that the church, the guy died or whatever. Bernard's house. I'm trying to remember which... Open. Okay, that's how we leave town. That will just end everything. God, that was so stupid. How was I supposed to know that road would just let us leave town? Okay, this should be his house then. Because I don't think this is Derek's house. Is this the house? Okay, yeah, this is the house. Okay. So he owns... So here's the... I don't understand, again, why he would have broken into his own... Unless this is... Maybe that's the thing. Maybe that's what makes this weird, is that he broke into his own axe display cabinet and stuck his own axe to use as a murder weapon instead of just opening it, right? Also, still, classy move to have a display cabinet for your like wood chopping axes. All right, so we also have that key with a name on it. A knife is missing from the case. Did I take a photo of this? It's very significant. This could literally be the proof that the murder weapon is, like, missing. It doesn't look like I've taken a photo of it. No, I don't think I took a photo of this. Yeah, okay. Well, we need a photo of this, then. This could literally be the murder weapon display case. As cover, that's the only thing I can think of, is that whoever actually did the murders broke in, stole Bernard's axes to use as, like, an evidence to, like, frame him, and then he didn't get caught anyway, or whatever. I don't know. That's the thing that's throwing me off. Okay, but we still need to figure out what this key's for. Wait, what? A display... Yeah, a display of military badges. That's exactly what that is. Again, evidence this is not natively English. Those are medals. Those are medals, not badges. So what do we have the BH key for? Because we already have the key to his house. So unless this is a backup key that we got. I mean, the module does have some redundancy in it. Oh, okay, I can... Okay, this has got to be it then. Yeah, so this has got to explain... Oh, okay, this is the dart thing. Okay, great. So this is correct. Okay, sweet. Another gun? Jeez. I mean, I enjoy firearms, but I don't need the same one everywhere in my house. These regular books. What do we got here? Yeah, Bernard Hopkins. All right, give me the hot goss here. Day 1, the hospital gave me these pills. They are supposed to help fight depression. Okay. Day 2, I felt a slight dizziness. It might be the food that I ate this morning. Day 3, the dizziness comes and goes. I still able to work. Not a big problem. Day 5, it's my day off today. I didn't take the medication. By the evening, I started thinking about Vivian. Oh, no. Day 8, I had to drive Vivian again, so I took double the dosage. I had a migraine for the rest of the day. At least I didn't have to think about her. Okay, look, I'm pretty sure if your medication is causing you to have migraines and dizziness, you need to go talk to your doctor. Couldn't Vivian stop seeing that guy? Why can't I stop thinking about it? I mean, she did confess to having an affair at some point, right? Day 12, now I know that my dizziness comes from these pills. Well, yeah. Day 20, the pills. They don't seem to work anymore. It doesn't matter if I take them or not. I can't stop imagining Vivian and that guy are doing whenever they meet. Day 32, I stopped taking the medication. Oh, is that the problem? Are they going with he's unmedicated? Interesting. That is a very big window for such a small house. Okay. Wait a second. He has a walled-in tub? Shower? Huh? Usually you have one or the other. You have the tub, or you have like a walk-in shower with just the basin at the bottom, right? I guess maybe he really liked taking baths, but he hated water on the floor? Wait, is this already... Wait, someone's already been in here. Wait a second. I don't think I opened that. I don't think I opened this, did I? No, because I came in and immediately looked at the weird bathroom, or the weird shower. Nope, someone has been here. Okay, yeah, definitely, yeah, okay. Uh-oh. Classic red X through the photo. Oh, spicy. Spicy. Okay, definitely getting the evidence for this one. This is the kind of thing. This is the kind of thing that your what do you call it? Your editor at the newspaper loves this kind of thing. This is good. This is the stuff that goes on the front page when this goes to print. At least in the early 2000s. Nowadays, this would be probably an article someplace and like a whole like YouTube influencer video or something, right? Bro, have you heard about the Paincreek Killings? It's crazy, man. They did that investigation in 2000. It's nuts. There was incest and murder. All right, another diary. January 12th, 1995. I drove Vivian today since Derek is out of town with Charles. As I was driving, we talked. She expressed that, despite having a successful business, she felt empty and tired. Trisha hates Vivian for trying to stop her from seeing Scott. I know, but you probably should have explained what happened. I know it's a secret, and it's a dirty secret. I get it, but you're having so much resentment and issues with your daughter, you might just want to explain, like, what's going on, and that would fix it. I mean, a little bit of this is Scott's fault, but it's primarily Vivian and Charles's fault. They just need to explain to Trish what's going on at this point. You can figure out a way to explain what happened to what was her name? Sophie, all right? Just, you got to explain what's up with Scott. She seems to be really bothered by the name Vincent, and her relationship with Charles seems to be just for show. I wish I could comfort her. She's going through so much right now. If only I could confess to Vivian how much I respect, how how much respect I have for her, how much I admire her. Ever since Trisha brought up that name Vincent, Vivian has been pretty quiet. Even during dinner, she hardly spoke. I can barely remember the last time Vivian appeared happy. I don't think anyone can blame her. Wanda hasn't been coming to work for a while now. Her illness is getting worse. I wonder how she's coping. Well, not well, bud. February 5th. Derek wasn't available to drive Vivian again, so I offered to help. It's been a month since I first drove for her. She's been opening up more to me, telling me about the struggles she's faced, her rocky relationship with Charles, how she really dislikes Scott. Yeah. Sometimes I would give her some suggestions when she asked what she should do. Other times she just wants someone to listen to her. Mostly I'm just happy to be with her. February 22. Vivian seems rather distraught recently. During the afternoon tea gathering, I stood outside the room and tried to listen to the conversation. She feels miserable being with Charles. They hardly look at each other, let alone speak. Personally, I don't think Charles deserves her. I finished reading Vivian's biography. Half the facts were incorrect. The writer should have done his homework better. Yeah. I mean... Yeah. I mean, if he did... Okay, look, if the biographer did half of his research like he's supposed to, he probably would have found out some things he couldn't put in the book anyway, right? So, it's fine. It's fine, everyone. Don't worry about it. March 17th, 1995. Sometimes when I'm driving for Vivian, she asks me to drop her off at the corner of the street, typically in front of the Tom's Cafe. She's always telling me that she'll make it back home on her own. It aroused my curiosity, so after dropping her off today, I parked the car and watched her. She ordered a cup of coffee to go. She then left the cafe and walked up the street for about 5 minutes to a residential area. She stopped in front of an apartment and pressed the doorbell. Shortly after, a man in his early 30s, wearing a suit, opened the door. He leaned over and hugged Vivian. She gave the coffee to him, and they exchanged some words. I couldn't hear what they said. Then they entered the apartment together. Who is he? What was... Okay, she ordered them. Oh, so... I get what she's doing to dodge Bernard. There's a problem here, though. This is a town of, what, 60 people? And she's like, she's the richest person in town. She was married to the mayor. She runs a successful business out of this location where she routinely, like, has big parties and stuff. If she was walking down the street, anybody would notice her, and it would be a problem. They would have to figure out a better way for her to sneak off to have an affair. May 12th, 1995. This is the 6th time I followed Vivian. After she went into the building with that guy, I parked the car nearby to wait for her to come out. Is this considered stalking? Yeah, bud. After 2 hours... About 2 hours later, a cab stopped out in front of the apartment. Shortly afterward, Vivian came outside, and the man followed closely behind. They chatted for a bit. Vivian looked extremely comfortable with him. Before leaving, she kissed him on the cheek. What's going on? Bernard, how dumb are you, bud? Also, I don't believe that there's a taxi in this town. I don't think a town of 60 people has a taxi. Or it has one. It has exactly one. And it's driven by, like, a stoner guy. And that's all he does is drive, like, the town taxi. That's the only thing that could happen. And I don't think Vivian would get in that taxi. May 29th, 1995. I tracked down the guy. He works at a bank. What do you mean, at a bank? There's one bank in this town. The place they meet is his apartment. How could she do that? Who the heck is he? I reported sick for the 3rd consecutive day. As I laid in bed, I kept thinking of Vivian, who would be seeing another man. No matter what Charles did to her, she has kept her faith in him throughout the years. How could she be having an affair now? She's better than that. She's supposed to choose me. Oh, wow, okay. I mean, we knew it was coming, but I didn't think he'd say it so blatantly. Also, like what was it? No matter what Charles did to her, she has kept her faith in him throughout the years. No, bud. I think Bernard knows about this, too. I don't know why he doesn't get it, but she doesn't keep her faith in her husband. They have skeletons buried together. That's really not... Like, the glue that holds them together is the skeleton bones. Like, they made bone meal, and then they used that to make a glue that stuck them together. That's why they're stuck together. And Trisha, I guess, but mostly the murders. Unbelievable. Poor Bernard. I feel bad for him. He's got to be just like, just such an average poor schmuck. Okay, so this is interesting. This is the first time I think we've come across one of these that was just open. T12, welcome. Praised or cool. How you doing? T12, I don't know, man. We found out that Bernard, the guy with the display case with the axes, was in love with Vivian and was very upset about her affair with a random schmo. And we read this one already, right? 2 weeks ago, Scott came to me and asked about Sophie. I was surprised he knew about someone. Okay, yeah, we already read this one. Okay, so now we got to figure out the puzzle on this. I still feel lied to about this, by the way. I still feel lied to it. I mean, yeah. I mean, he's an adult. He's a full-grown adult man. It's one thing if it was like Derek, who's like 17. Then I can kind of understand, like, you know, the hormones and he's immature. But this is supposed to be, I think, like a 40-year-old man. He should have a better sense about him, even if it is just the 90s. But I feel lied to because, very clearly, there's a dart hole right here in this 6. But that does not match the picture, which is garbage. Apparently, it's up here in the, what is that, the 18? Yeah, 118. So it was actually up here in the 18 where there's no dart hole. Liars. Dirty, filthy liars. Okay, let's do our math in this again. Where are my notes on the dartboard? Here we go. Okay. Okay, where's his note about... Okay, here we go. Subtract the yellow dart's points from the red dart's total. Okay. So, in this shot, then... So, 18 times 2 is 36. 60 is 96. And then 50... 96... would be 146. Okay, 146 minus... I guess that one I actually don't need to... Minus 9? 137? Am I doing that right? I know that there was really weird rules for darts. Hold on, where is it? No, not that part. Double the ring. Version of the module. Players must start and finish with a double scored dart. Yes, 137 is what I got. This is nasty. Yeah. It's a little... It's gotten real weird. Okay, so 137. Starting... Set to 105. Aim to finish the module as a low score as possible, scoring on a double. Okay, so when trying the 3 darts, the score is added. Subtracted from the original... Okay. So 137. So is it 0 137 then? 0 137 it is. God, we were close then too. What? For which thing? Oh, are you talking about how they play darts in this module? Yeah, so the darts rules for this are pretty bonkers, actually, compared to anything I've ever heard for how you play darts. I've heard there's various rules for how you calculate and win darts. This version of it is all over the place compared to anything I've ever heard before. Where you have to, like, you have, like, the double scoring on the last dart, and then you, like, subtract your total from the 105, the 501, but then, like, the other person's is also subtracted or something? I don't know. I've never seen it played like this before. Alright, but we got this open. I'm assuming one final diary? Ooh, and a key. Okay. Looks like a desk key. A desk key. I don't know where we need a desk key. Can't take any of the other stuff out of here. Okay, final journal. What do we got? When the police reported that Vivian was murdered, I was floored. I still don't know what to do. My mind is blank. All I can think is, how did it happen? How can Vivian be dead? Oh, okay, so he didn't do it. Ah, see, I thought they were setting up that he used his one knife to kill Vivian, or kill Andrew and then Vivian with an axe, and then I think Derek with an axe. But maybe the way it's actually set up is going to be different then. Maybe Derek killed Andrew and Vivian, and then Bernard killed Derek? Maybe. Everyone's mourning about Vivian's death. People are coming or calling in to express their condolences. Charles hasn't been out of his room for days, and Trish is crying her heart out. Dorothy has been assigning busy work to all the mansion employees, hoping that it would take their minds off Vivian's death. Set him up? It could be. I'm happy that they're building to something I couldn't guess right off the top of my head, which is good. I like a good twist. Of course, we still have to worry about the vampire werewolves, but we'll get to that when it happens. And I'm still excited to see where they're going to bring the helicopter in. You cannot put an options for vertical takeoff into the controls and not make me assume that it's not going to be a helicopter. And if we have to fight our way out of this town against the vampire werewolves and then get into an attack chopper, I'm totally down for it. I mean, that would take their minds off the Vivian's death. Samuel, our security guard, has been reviewing all of the tapes of the past few weeks for any suspicious activity. I wish I could be of any help. Scott was just apprehended for the murder of Vivian. Is that true? No one would have the thought of that. I could never, ever believe that Scott would be capable of killing someone, let alone Vivian. Yet it makes me so mad I feel confused. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. September 29th. Trish was admitted to the hospital today. She had a nervous breakdown after finding out that Scott could have been her mother's killer. Her condition has been getting worse over the past few weeks, and no one has been able to properly help her. Charles finally decided to seek help from the hospital. The fact that you had to finally decide to seek help from the hospital says so much about you, Charles. October 27th. That was the worst Halloween ever. Matthew never believed that his son killed Vivian. He hired some fancy lawyer to defend him. Scott's been released on bail today. It's beyond ridiculous. I don't think Scott should have been released at all, despite the insufficient evidence. He killed Vivian. I know that he's guilty. Everyone knows it. They should have gone ahead and prosecuted him. Wow, why the shift? You went from what is that? Literally straight up August, July, June, July, August, September, October. In 3 months, he went from I can't believe that he would have done something like that to literally like hang him in the road or something, like hang him from a streetlight, and prosecuted him. November 1st. The maids were cleaning the mansion when they found some stuff belonging to Vivian, a key and some stationery. I asked Charles what he'd like to do with them, but he told me to take care of it myself. I brought them back to my place. Oh, God. November 4th, Vivian's death has caused lots of grief to everyone, especially Charles. After hearing how heartbroken Charles was 2 nights ago, I couldn't bear to see him suffer anymore. Scott should pay for what he did. Oh my, wait, what? I don't think Charles died, though. That is an incredibly threatening, like, I have to put him out of his misery sort of statement. But I don't think Charles is dead. I thought he moved to another town. But Scott should pay for what he did really sounds like Bernard was the one who killed Scott. And I think Scott was killed... I think Scott was the one who was found by the jogger in the morning with the axe wounds to the chest. I think. I don't know if I need to take photos of any of this. None of this is that scandalous. Bernard Hopkins story. Okay, he's done. Okay, so that's all of that then. Oh, this was the other thing we needed the hammer for, was the blood here. Yes. I don't remember if I have a photo of this, but I'm taking another one. Oh, thank God. I'm so happy I didn't sprint out of the room and I actually looked around for a hot second. Shoutouts to Zamis for telling me to calm down. Thank you, Zamis. Hunting accident? Yeah, yeah. They Dick Cheney'd him. It was a hunting accident. I was out hunting ducks with my favorite axe and accidentally caught him in the face with an axe. Okay, so what is actually down here? Oh! Okay. Bloody knife. Alright. Don't pick it up. Why would you pick... No. There is no way. Unless the vampire werewolves were coming in the room right this second. If I was in a place where there'd been a bunch of murders, including with a knife, and I found a bloody knife underneath a floorboard, I'm not just going to pick it up. Looks incriminating just a little bit. Wow, okay. A serrated blade. There's dried bloodstains on it. You don't say. You don't say. Wow. covered in grape jelly, yeah. He didn't want anyone to know he had an addiction to grape jelly. So every time he would use his favorite knife to put the grape jelly on his sandwiches, he would always hide the blade underneath the floorboards. Yep, that's exactly it. I love that. I love that so much. That's so good. They can't know my dirty secret. The only person who would understand my jelly love would be Vivian. Oh, that's so good. Okay, we found the knife, everyone. Do I still have the hammer? Oh, I still do. Okay, we're not done yet then. All right. All right, so... I swear to God, there's going to be... You're all going to see me, like, die on camera in a second, or at some point. We're going to come out of one of these rooms when I'm just talking and, like, nothing's going on, and there's just going to be, like, a guy or something standing there, and I'm going to fall out of the chair. It's just going to get me. It's going to become the new officially, it's going to be the second time I've ever been that scared on camera. I still can remember the most scared I've ever been on camera. The one time that freaked me out. Okay, so we have car key, right? We have a car key. A car key belonging to a Merrivac model. Oh, I think that's the private investigator's car. I called out the Merrivac thing at one point. He found in Bernard's house next to his diary. I assume that would be a key for something in the mansion, but I don't remember a thing we haven't gotten into there. Okay. Okay, let's go find a Merrivac. I think it's the detective's car, but we'll check them all on the way there. Thorough. We must be thorough, you see. Because there's that one, there's the one next to the graveyard, and then there's one in front of the inn, right? I don't know if we know whose car this is. I don't think we've gotten any info out of this one. I mean, we Slim Jim'd our way in because we're absolutely a pro, but... Is it on the front? No. Okay, so yeah, it is the detective's car then. I do like that we're like, hey, look, a Slim Jim. I better take this and just break into all the abandoned cars in this town. Ah, yeah, there we go. It is this one. Oh, yeah, the bloody handprint. We had multiple shots of that. Okay. This car also looks vaguely Soviet. Yes, they have these very classic boxy, like... Cold War looks to them. They look a lot like the cars from Half-Life 2, where they're all super boxy like this. It's probably, honest to God, it is probably literally just an asset from a pack that was like simple cars or something like that they got maybe for free, and that's just what they use, and that's fine. This feels like a module made by like either a lone person or a small team of like 5 at the most. And I'm assuming this is probably just an asset they bought, and that's fine. I'm fine with that. Okay, so what's in here that has the bloody handprint? We have another key. Okay. Lockbox 201. Lockbox 201? Maybe... Is it for the... Maybe it's inside of the inn? And we got another one of these. Steve Moss. My head hurts, my tire's flat, and the phone's not working. Is someone trying to stop me from leaving Paincreek? Am I close to discovering something? Ooh. I'm not sure what his head hurts has to do with anything, but okay. Oh god, I thought he was the one. I was wrong. He's not the killer. He's not. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, team. Dun dun dun. It wasn't him. Maybe it wasn't Bernard, who we thought was the killer? Also, the music stopped as soon as we read that line, and it was, like, perfect, but I'm also, like, a little worried now. Okay. Well, we're done in the car. Also, does he have a flat tire? None of those tires look flat to me. Sir, I don't think you had a flat tire. Huh, okay. Let's go see what's in 201 then. Because we've talked about this. There's no jumping mechanic, but there is a sprint mechanic and a duck mechanic, which means that we can get into, like, being chased by something. Okay, so... I can unlock these other ones, but I don't think I have keys for any of these other ones. Module Playboy 2222, welcome. Triple death? I mean, yeah, there's been at least, I think, 3 murders. Yeah, 3 murders, 1 suicide, 1 tragic accident that was covered up. So that's 5 dead people. You're not wrong. Yeah, there's been a lot of murder. But welcome, Module Playboy 2222. I hope you're doing well. Okay, let's see. Key and tag found in P.I. Stevens' car. I love that his name is just P.I. Stevens. Not Steve Moss or the P.I. Steve Moss or something. It was P.I. Steves. Like, we know him personally. Alright, what's actually in here, then? We have a photo of... What's the button for? Interesting. I have checked a lot of the lighting to look for, like, handles and stuff we could twist. I wonder if they'll give me a clue on what building that's in the note. He's on to me, and I had to hide the key in one of the drains by the roadside. He will never find... Okay. Now we know we're looking for a key inside of the drains. It wasn't just for funsies. I don't know who finds digging around inside of storm drains fun, but someone does, I'm sure. For switching the light on, yeah. Why does this light have a switch on it? That's a great question, T12, yeah. Isn't the light switch just for the light? Like, what? Alright, let's see what we got. Steve Moss's last note before he was killed, probably? Ever since I received the message and the key, I've been following this anonymous person blindly. What a fool I have been. I need to revisit my investigation notes and see if I might have missed anything important. I looked through the alibis recorded by Sheriff Howard. There were 6 interviews. Charles, Matthew, Bernard, Dorothy, Mary, and Derek. Then I noticed it. One of them is lying. It was recorded that there was an event, yet I remember reading somewhere about it being canceled. Where did I read it again? I can't seem to remember. Wait, was it the Matthew thing? Because he... Huh. Okay. Oh my god, I've just realized that the E in all of the killer's messages is slightly off in comparison to all the other letters. If I can find that typewriter, I can find who killed Vivian. Oh my god. Steve Moss's story, okay. Wait, we have notes from the killer? Did we... Was that a thing? Now, typewriter-wise, I think there's 2 typewriters that we know of. There's the typewriter that Andrew had, that he was writing a letter, I think, to his son or something. And then there was the typewriter that Eric had. Wait, he's saying that one of the notes he had an off E, but it was typed. Should be closed for the funeral. Mission worker Andrew Reed's charred body found in the burnt house. Oh, is it this one? So I would like for you to investigate. No, this looks like it's handwritten. What note was he getting was typed? Also, by the way, if you think there's a murderer on the loose, don't stand in the middle of the room staring at evidence. Put your back to a wall, please. I'm doing this because I don't think the werewolf vampires are going to get us just yet. They're coming, don't you worry, but they got to give us a gun first. I don't think they're going to make us, like, not have a gun. I guess... Huh. So... Okay, so it's just any one of the drains along the road. For the wrench. We have no way of getting into this, and this desk key is presumably for the mansion? Since there's no locked desk in his house, right? Alright, I guess we'll go try to get the key from the storm drain. Though I'm not sure what it's a key for, because I don't think that was mentioned. Okay, this would make... I don't see anything in this? No? I don't know how realistic they got with the storm drain whatevers. So I'm trying to think who's still alive that can be the killer. As far as I'm aware, I think Bernard's still alive. Charles is still alive. I think Scott died. Scott died. Derek died. Vivian died. Trish died. Maybe it's Father Matthew? Because I don't think we've heard about him dying, and I think he just moved out of town? Well, Stormdrain's not going to be on a dirt road. I can use some simple logic. I don't think they're going to put the road storm drain in not a road. You can put a storm drain anywhere you want, and trust me, I've literally staked storm drains in some weird spots, but I guess it wouldn't be a storm drain. It would be a catch basin or something, but where are you? Okay, so this leads back to the hospital. I don't think I need to do anything else there. Unless the key is for a desk inside of the hospital, but I don't think so. Also, we also have to be on the lookout for the ghosts. Because we can confirm that there's at least one ghost haunting this town. It's believed to be of Sophie, I think. Oh, this is where the murder was at, right? The shot in the newspaper had this stop sign like this, right? Yeah, so this was implied where the murder was at. So, was he murdered in the bushes, like, right here? It won't let me go off the road. Huh. Well, there's not anything, like, standing out in this area. Oh, wait. Okay, no. No. I didn't realize that was that close to the exit. I would be so upset if they did that to me again. Did we have to start over last time, or did they let me just continue from the last save point? I don't remember now. Okay, so... Don't see any more of these storm drains. Again, I don't think they would put them in dirt. But, I didn't make this module. So you would think they'd be by the road. Okay, wouldn't be inside the graveyard.
Are you winning, son?
Ika, welcome. We're making slow progress, I would say. So we're making appropriate amounts of progress. We're currently trying to find a storm drain that has a key in it, and so far we've only found ones without keys. And we're still waiting on the werewolf vampires to show up. But we do know that they're coming now because we've been told that there's a serial killer on the loose, and it's definitely going to kick off the vampire werewolves. Wow, 20 streak stream. Good work, Ika. Nothing. Okay. How many storm drains did they put in this town? The town's right next to a flowing river. Just divert the water down the road into the river. What are you doing? This is an old world town, so maybe they didn't really think it through when they originally built it. How many storm drains? Is it like... It's not something stupid where, like, they put a storm drain here for, like, flood control. And that's the one he threw it in, even though he was talking about going down the road or whatever, right? But how did D&D go, Ika? Did you prevail? Are you still doing Curse of Strahd or whatever? So... Was that one there? Oh, no, that's one we've already opened. Oh, wait. Oh, that's just... Okay, that's the end of the pipe that isn't textured or anything. Got it. We defeated the zombie army for now. Yeah, I mean, that's the one thing about necromancy. They just can't kind of keep coming back. Where there's a will, there's a way when it comes to necromancy, right? Isn't that kind of the problem? Just got to keep putting those stupid necromancers back in the dirt every time they wake up. Oh, who has disturbed my tomb? Don't worry about it. Just, double blast. Put them back in the ground. Where? Okay, so we went to the house. We went to the mansion. We went to the hospital. Although a lot of people died. Yes, still in Shroud, although we're in the final stretches. Oh, okay, cool. So, is the final stretch like assaulting his castle, or is it more of just coming up with a plan to finally stop him? Okay, I thought it would be easier than this to find a stupid drainage spout, but I guess not. I guess we'll go to the mansion and see if we can figure out what this key is for. Bernard's house next to his diary. Because I don't think there was anything left to do in Bernard's house, so... The only other place I can think that that's relevant is going to be at the mansion. Good to pass. Just passed one? I did? Wait. Where? That's one downside of looking at chat while I'm moving around. Okay, so we came from this way. Oh, there we go. That's a... Wow, look at that. They camouflaged that one. Good catch, Kane. Good catch. Okay. Nope, that one's on me. I clicked the wrong thing. I love that the leaves are still camouflaging it even though I moved it. I don't see a key in there though. I thought for sure they would have had one here. Dang. I thought this was it for sure. Yes, and also him sending his army to attack us. Wow, you have to fight a whole army? Dang. Well, Ika, you know, you gotta rally the town. Wow, okay. So they will hide them under stuff. I didn't think they were gonna be that vicious with them, but I guess I'm gonna have to pay more attention when we're running over leaves and stuff. At least they've been polite enough to only have them on the sides of the road and not, like, hidden in the middle of the road. Okay, well, we still gotta get to the mansion one way or the other. I thought for sure it was gonna be that one. I'm like, oh, it's camouflage. That's got to be the extra hard to find one. That would make so much sense, but nope. I wonder if it's procedurally generated where it's whichever the last one you open is the one that has the key. That's always a little mean. Wait, I just realized there's glass on this. I don't think I noticed that before. Okay. I guess we can check and see if there's something on the property that's a drainage, like a drainage thing, but I don't think there would be one in the property. All right, let's see. So we need to find a desk that needs a key. Because I think the combination in his office... I guess we still need to find the lamp that has a button? I guess be on the lookout for an old-timey lamp. Like, these are chandeliers and not from the picture. Like, this desk... But this requires a combination that runs off of the chest pieces. We don't know what to do with the books. Was there another desk in this house? Because if it's not here and it's not in his house... I don't know where else we would need to go to find a desk to unlock. Because this is... That opens. I always stay at my place when you feel lonely, Dorothy. Okay. That's not locked. Because we've done a lot of stuff in this house at this point. Okay, maybe it's this one then? This being the tea room? No. No, can I... Okay, I can't look at this book. This book is off limits. What is this one? Oh, it's Vivian's diary. Okay, we're gonna get into the real stuff now. We're getting into the real stuff now. Vivian got up to some stuff, everybody. January 2nd, 1995. That's where you're starting? We better find like 3 more of these that go all the way back into like 83 or whatever. Alright. Although we live in the same house, Charles and I hardly speak to each other. I know that he's been feeling guilty ever since his affair, but that was 20 years ago. It's high time I forgive him out loud. Forgive him out loud. What? It's high time I forgive him out loud. I assume that for like crying out loud, or do you mean out loud as so it's obvious or something? Next, I need to work things out with Trish. I've been objecting her relationship with Scott for quite some time. I've been objecting. Okay, this is very not written by a native speaker. Been hiding it? Yeah, I guess that's what they mean. Gulag? I mean, this writing should get you sent to the gulag. You're not wrong. I know that these are meant to be diaries, so they're not going to have, like, spell check on them. So maybe they're trying to do it as, like, more organic, like, role play for the character writing the thing. I guess. Okay, I've been objecting to her relationship with Scott for quite some time. In doing so, Trish has been avoiding me. I haven't been a good mother, but I want to be there whenever she needs me from now on. I just want things to go back to the way they were. January 12th. The agency has arranged for a new guy to help me. His name is Owen Smith. Quite a young man.
Words are hard.
They're very hard. His name is Owen Smith. Quite a young man from what from what he has accomplished. During our meeting, Owen asked me many things as if he was interviewing me. The brief introduction turned out to be hours long. However, by the end of it, he said he has everything he needed and will get things moving right away. I have a good feeling about him. Owen called to meet with me today. He had the papers ready for me to sign. He said that the location of the exhibition has been improved. All we need is the down payment. That's great. I signed the papers almost immediately. After that, I informed our accountant, Helen, to transfer the money from the Roberts Relief Fund since the hospital won't be needing it for a while. I think you just admitted to embezzling? Owen's been a great help since we brought up the idea of an art gallery for the public. I'm not sure if things could have gone so quickly if it had been some other agent. I owe him that much. June 17th. The art gallery reopened in 3 months. I'm so excited about it. We have received most of the artwork from the contributors and artists. All I need is to ask Charles if he would be willing to donate some of his paintings. If this exhibition succeeds, it would be good for us and for Paincreek. I haven't felt this alive in a very long time. I have purpose now. Huh. I think she just admitted to embezzlement. That she basically stole money from her charity to use on a different project? Hold on. That one's going in the evidence book. That's it? We get one Vivian? Oh, you gotta be kidding. That didn't tell me anything. Unless Owen Smith or whatever is the guy she's having an affair with, that didn't tell me anything. Oh, here's the other one. Wilson Edwards, and they both agreed to support us. I don't think they are doing this solely to gain business benefits. So, I guess there was the one thing about Sophie in one of them. Is that even hers, though? Also, I still love how not cleaned out these houses that are abandoned are. Okay, well. Alright, so we need to find... I'm kind of disappointed. I expected more. Alright. Oh, okay, wait. Are these them? Okay, this could be them. Is it in the attic? No, not that one. Okay. Wait, is the power working in the house now? Wait a second. No. The power was turned off to the building before, wasn't it? So only the power in the garage is working? No, the power is working in here too. Wait, what? Okay, so only parts of the building have power, and it's just completely random. Okay, great. That's not suspicious at all. Oh, we're still missing a key for this door. And I guess a key for that door. Okay, we did find some of those lamps, though. Lurk? Alright. Lurk away. Enjoy your lurk time. So what am I... Where are those more of those lamps? I don't see them in here. Okay. Because I thought maybe it would be over here into the secret room, which... We've seen that there's supposed to be a secret room. Okay, so that one's working now. I swear I don't remember these lights working before. Like, somehow the power got turned on to parts of the building that weren't on before. No, those are wrong kind of lamps. Sconces? I don't know what you would call those. Here's the photo. Now, was there something hidden? I think we checked. There was nothing hidden in this one. I do absolutely love that they have these, like, legendary art pieces that are just in this guy's house, like he owns them or something. It's like, no, I don't think so. Those are some big dreams you've got there. Those are some amazing reproductions you own of literally the Mona Lisa, but no, I don't think so. Okay, so we know that... So we saw those lamps in the other side of the house. They match the one from the photo with the button. Okay, I can't go into the wine room. There's nothing here. There's nothing in there. I'm trying to think if there's another part of the house that we could go into that might have those same kind of lamps. Okay, let me look at the photo again and see if I can get more details out of it. It does seem to be next to... Oh! Oh my god. Is this the thing in the... That might be the thing... Oh my... It's in the church. That might act... Oh my god. As we ran by this, I swear it looked like there was someone standing on top of this table. I'm losing it, team. I'm losing it. Okay, so... So wait, No, I checked that. No, I checked that. Hold on. Is there anything in the garage? Check that. There was all the, like, cooking implements, but we don't need any of those. Okay, no. Okay, now they're just messing with me. Someone turn the power back on. I know I tried to turn the light on in here because it was super dark even with the flashlight on and it didn't work. And now it's working. Okay, they're messing with me. Someone is actually changing things in the town. Hold on. Unless this was a bug. Like, literally the module bugged out and wasn't working correctly. Wait, what? Why is there just... Why is there just a box of, like, $5,000 a bottle wine out here? What? It's getting real weird, team. Amazon out at work, yeah. They're still delivering this wine to this abandoned town like a full 10 years later. I swear that I don't remember there being a box of wine out there. That might be there and I might have forgotten about it. That could be possible. But I know for a fact that garage, I tried to turn the lights on and I do not remember the lights coming on in most of these rooms. It's like... Maybe it was $5,000 for the whole box? Hold on, the shipping manifest is like up here someplace. Yeah. Oh, it's $150 a bottle. So it's $1,200. Okay, so it was $1,400 for the 4 cases. So it's $1,200 a case. So that box we saw out there was $1,200 worth of wine that's just sitting outside. And has been there for maybe 10 years. It's in great shape. I don't know who makes their boxes, but they do an amazing job of it. Alright, so... We're gonna go check the church again. And I have been calling that... If this is where I think it is, I have been calling that looked like a secret passage for a very long time. 5K worth of vinegar at this point? Yeah, basically. Wine's a little delicate. You would kind of need to maintain your wine stocks. They have a wine room, but they chose not to use it. They prefer to just leave whole boxes of wine just sitting about the house. The great thing about this, Kane, is this town is supposed to have been abandoned now, fully, completely abandoned for like 10 years. So all of these houses we've gone into with like people's personal journals and all this stuff in it, these are supposed to be houses that were actively abandoned on purpose because people moved away. They weren't like raptured or kidnapped or something. These people just left all this incredibly personal stuff in these houses when they moved away. Doesn't make any amount of sense. Okay, so... place looks real nice for 10 years? Yeah. Oh, you want to see the real crazy one? Check this out. Let me see if I can show you. In 83 or 85, a guy wrote a series of notes on some of the buildings in town so that his, like, crush could figure out where to go get her surprise, like, present for her birthday. And they're still here. I let my yard go for a week and it looks like it's been untouched for decades. Yeah, seriously, right? Where was it? It's on one of these buildings. It's on the post office too. Because her favorite places in town were the post office and the inn or whatever. Yeah, this. This pin mark has been on here unmaintained for 20 years. And it's still completely legible. It's complete nonsense. All right, wait. Okay, we found that one. Okay, wait, maybe there's one out here by this thing and I missed it because of the leaves? No? All right, let's head to the church though. And see if we can, if we can actually open that secret passage that I've been talking about for a long time now. Oh, here's one. I don't see a key in there, but it might not spawn in until we open it. I don't see a key in that one either. Okay. There might be something in that one, actually. Nope. Now, do we put them on this side of the road in the parking areas? The reason you couldn't was as small as they are. Also, I don't like the implications that this private investigator has just been murdered, by the way. At this point, it seems very much like Steve Moss is just dead. Okay. Odd. I feel like that covers most of the road that's in this town. Unless the implication is supposed to be that whoever the killer is actually found the key. See, what they probably should have done is, for the story of this, they probably should have done something like the historical societies come to, like, reclaim the town, but they want you to, like, investigate the murder before they come in and start cleaning everything up. That way, you know, they can get rid of the the shady history of the town or something like that. But I don't know if that's... Oh. Huh. I don't remember that like that, but I might have missed that one. But I think the only implication is that they're going to tear the town down. Okay. Because I think that thing in the background of that photo is the bookshelf that I kept saying looked like a secret passage. Okay, those are not the right kind of things. Oh, I don't need that one. No, that's closer. Ah. Wait, there's a keyhole? What? Okay, but also hyper validation. I said that this looked like a secret entrance. I said there's room on the other side of this wall for a room. I even looked at this thing. I swear I thought I looked at it, but I must have missed the button on the bottom. Alright, so we have to go find that key now. I'm assuming it's to that. Or it's going to lead to the key that we need for that. So apparently there's some other drainage thing that we haven't seen yet. Charred body. Okay, that's that. Funeral Andrew Reed. He said they were saying something about. Okay, the church is still unpowered. He saw something in a news article about an event being canceled, and that had something to do with the murderer. But the priest canceled going to the thing anyway. Unless it was Charles, because he was supposed to be away attending the business meeting, but he said I think they said he had an alibi. But then maybe the business meeting had been canceled? Huh. So maybe Bernard was working directly for Charles. And it's not a one-to-one. Maybe Bernard was working on behalf of Charles then. Okay. We gotta find this key now and then. That's our last lead, I think. I'm just wondering if they hid like another one or two of these someplace that's not on the road. Because technically you could put a drainage like access port here, but again, it would just be kind of odd because it would be collecting dirt constantly. Oh yeah, there was something weird up here, right? I thought I remember thinking there was a house or something we could go into up there. Well, that's Bernard's house. So where did I miss a drainage thing? I mean, if he was coming back from the church, we looked at the ones in front of the church. I don't see one on this road. Where else could they have hidden one? I mean, they're just not blatant enough that it's easy to kind of bypass one. I don't think there would be one in the hospital, right? I don't think the hospital has a parking lot, which is also kind of strange, but does it have a parking lot? Oh, no, it does. Okay. Maybe it's in here then. Nothing back here. I guess you could call this a parking lot. It's a very big, like, entranceway if it's not a parking lot. Yeah, nothing here either. So we need one more mysterious key. And maybe some kind of newspaper clipping about a canceled event that I don't recall. Double check. Whatever this is, we still haven't figured that one out. Okay, so the... nothing? We checked... because there's that one. This feels like a big gap where there isn't one here, but I don't see one. Not on either side of the road. Hidden under the leaves. Nothing. Got that one. I hope it's not something stupid where, like, you have to look at just the right angle to even see it. Because that's going to upset me. That's just unnecessary. You put it where you say you're going to put it, which is in storm drain, which is fine. You don't need to add extra steps onto it. I promise you, you don't. Okay, we got this one. Nothing in there. Don't see one. Oh, just dirt. On that side of the road. Because we looked over there, it's not next to the tree. Also, by the way, this tree would probably get hit by cars constantly. Like, all the time. If for no other reason, there's at least one confirmed drunk who lived in town. I mean, he's within walking distance to his work, but that doesn't mean he didn't attempt to drive, you know? Oh, I wonder if maybe it's on that side? It's not really a driving area, but that wouldn't stop them from putting a drainage there. Can I? No. No, I can't. Nothing. Just want to make sure it's something weird. I haven't missed like a door I needed to have opened at some point. Interesting that they're letting me keep the tools. Because I think all the other tools... well, no, you know what? I still have the Slim Jim and I'm out of cars to open. So maybe they just let us keep the tools. Oh, that's just the mailbox. Where did you get the clue for the key in the drain? It was inside of... I think it was in the glove box from the detective's car. Hold on. I think that's where I saw it. Because he says he's chasing me. I dropped the key, or threw the key into the drainage for the so he couldn't get it. Hold on. Double check. If it's not this one, am I trying to discover the... oh god, I thought he was the one I was wrong. He's not the killer. Okay, so it's not this one. Maybe it's the one inside of the box 201 then. Maybe I missed a clue. I've had to look up, what, 2 things on this now? Let's see, maybe it's in here. Because this has this... Right, this was the clue that we found to open the thing, and then in the same note, I think is where they mentions the key. Investigation notes to see if I have missed anything important. Look through the alibis recorded by the Sheriff Howard. There were 6 interviews. One of them is lying. It was recorded that there was an event, yet I remember reading somewhere about it being canceled. Where did I read it again? I can't seem to remember. God, I realized that the E in all of the killer's messages is slightly off in comparison to all the other letters. If I can find that typewriter, I can find who killed Vivian. Okay. He's on to me, and I had to hide the key in one of the drains by the roadside. He blank blank will never find blank. And I can't rotate this one. I'll take a photo just in case. So yeah, it's this one. Hid the key in a storm drain. Make sure I'm reading it onto me. And I had to hide the key in one of the drains by the roadside. Presumably he will never find it. Or find me, or whatever. Okay. In the storm drain. So I don't think the news thing... Yeah, that's the only thing I can think of. That would also be why he's chasing the private investigator for the key for the thing inside of the church. Is because Father Matthews wants the key back. And maybe he's got his own, like, revenge room for them because he found out that they killed Sophie since Sophie was, like, the love of his life or something. Deathbringer, welcome. You would think it would be close by the clue. Yeah, but I don't see a drainage ditch, like, right outside of the inn or anything. Unless it's, like, hidden, like, beside the building. But he said in the roadside, right? On the roadside? But Deathbringer, welcome back. And I missed something else in the leaves. Because, I mean, if he's being chased by the priests up the road, you would think it would be on the other side where the church is, right? Like, he's being chased by the priest back from the church. Because there's that one. I don't remember there being a typewriter. Did he type any messages to Sophie? There's no keys in there. This one would lead down to the church. Because the church is over there. I'm trying to think if there was a letter from a typewriter that the priest Matthews sent to someone. Just getting in here real close to make sure I'm not missing a key, but I do not see anything. Because that one would also work. Nothing in here, right? Got that one. There's nothing on this road. Again, unless they hit it like in someone's backyard or like side house or whatever. Unless it's in someone's side yard, I don't think it's on this road either. Yeah, this might be one of the dumb ones. It's not like under the car or something stupid, is it? No. I didn't see it on this side either. Oh, there it is. That's got to be it. Yep, there it is. Okay. Dang. What? Oh. There it is. Wow, that is a fancy key. Key with a 19th century design. Wow. Module Playboy 2222. Gulag, yeah. Death Gulag for sure for that one. I swear I went through here. I must have, like, went around the bush and then just didn't see it for a second. That's weird. Alright, so this has got to be for this. In the church, right? Maybe this will give us the typewriter we're looking for with the offset E. Because I don't remember any of the letters from Father Matthew to Sophie from back when he was a teenager. I don't remember those being typewritten. And I don't even remember where those are at now. Oops. Killed. Left her Vivian was estimated. Listen, cabin. Left. Okay. Wait. Oh. Thought I saw another drawer there for a second. Why is this the only one that's a two-step thing? Also, Hyper called it. Hyper called it there was space back here. Oh, that's how you get up behind this glass thing into the attic. Okay. Oh, there's the bloody axe. So we called the murder weapon correctly, it looks like. And there's the offset T, or offset E. Is he gonna sneak up behind us as soon as I, like, touch it? Also, signs of a struggle. So it was Father Matthew. He must have found out what happened to Sophie, and he got his revenge. There's dried bloodstains on it. Yeah. Yeah, there are. Maybe he was working with... What's that? I guess nothing? I thought maybe I needed to pick this screwdriver up, but I guess not. Oof, what? Okay. Tape recorder. Let's start at the top, shall we? Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice. Yeah, it just jumps out. Prime opportunity for the werewolves to show up. Seriously. We're up at the top of the church and we've just discovered the secret murder weapon and all this stuff. We just look outside, the sun is setting, the moon's starting to come up, we just hear a bay in the distance. The only problem is we don't have a gun. Maybe we have to use the axe to get to the gun? Also, they showed that we unlocked the gun cabinet. But we have not come across the gun cabinet key yet. I wonder if I missed it or if it's like it's a red herring. Let's see. Dearest Matthew, I'm writing this letter to let you know what happened to Sophie. My days are almost up, and I feel I have the right to what happened nine years ago. 9 years ago? What? Hold on. Well, we're getting a photo one way or the other, but... In 1974, when Vivian Roberts underwent a C-section to deliver Tricia, she was told that she could not give birth anymore. Vivian broke down mentally and was hospitalized. Sophie was tasked with taking care of the newborn Tricia and helping Charles Roberts. Charles, who was facing a lot of difficulty and pressure, unfortunately found comfort in Sophie. They had an affair, a boy was born. A few months later, Vivian found out about the relationship. She was furious. Feeling threatened by the illegitimate boy, Vivian kicked Sophie and the baby out of Paincreek. Everyone believed that. But the truth is, I took the boy and put him in St. Patrick's orphanage. I named him Scott. Time flies. He's going to be 10 soon. I pray that you can bear the responsibilities of raising him. He does not need to know about his real parents. It's all in the past. Instead, give him a new start. I sincerely hope that you forgive me for hiding this from you so long. Calvin Bennett. Oh my god, he's known for a really long time. I thought maybe he found out about it earlier, but no, he found out about it when, like, he went to go get the kid in the first place. Oh, dang. Okay. Okay. Dear Matthew, it's been more than 2 years since I started work at the mansion. I like this place a lot. The people here are nice to me. Thank you for your letter. Although I cannot be there with you for your missionary work, I will pray for your success. You're always the noble one. Do you remember the wishes we made when we were at the orphanage? Yours was to help the unfortunate. Mine was not to be poor. Well, I did not expect opportunity to knock so soon. Maybe heaven is helping me? With all that has happened these past few months, my wish might just come true. I'd love to tell you more about it, but it can wait until you're back. Things must be different by then. Things might be different by then. I hope it'll be for the better. Love always, Sophie Miller. We saw a version of this letter before. Right? We saw a very similar letter before. I started work at the mansion. Oh, wait, 2 years. Mansion. I like the place a lot. People are nice. Thanks for the letter, though. Because we know that Father Matthew went to go do missionary work, and then he stayed on for an additional 6 months. So he should have been gone for a year. But she didn't start working at the. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they did live together. Like, maybe she worked at the mansion while he was there for the first year, and then the second year before she died, he was gone doing the missionary work or something. Maybe that's what they're doing. Is this a different letter? No. Sometimes they're really particular about, like, what you need to click on in a group. No. Close it this time, please. Alright, so big reveal.
June 6th, 1995. I met Andrew in the evening at his house. He was hallucinating when we met.
What?
Saying that he's seen Sophia everywhere. That he's a sinner. And that he should die. And I didn't mean to kill him.
My bad, man.
My hands are still shaking. June 30th, 1995. Dr. Johnson came. He was surprised to see me. He tried to justify, saying it wasn't his fault, that he was only carrying the baby and had nothing to do with Sophia's death. When I revealed the truth about Magdalene, his face turned white. He didn't expect anyone to know the truth. He deserved to die.
Whoa, okay.
July 19, 1995. Just like the doctor, Vivian came alone. Instead of feeling guilty, she called Sophia a bitch who destroyed everything she had. I didn't feel any sign of remorse, feeling of guilt, or repentance from her at all. So I gave her time to express herself. And then I killed her. It's all over now. Why am I not at peace? There's this nosy investigator in town. I thought that if I led him to believe that Bernard killed Vivian, he just might believe it.
Oh, okay. It was a setup.
But I made the mistake of trying to mislead him. Now, he's suspecting me of being the killer. He has to die.
Yeah. What? Uh-oh. Wait, what's going on? Oh my god, it's happening. Werewolf vampires, everybody. Werewolf vampires. Father had the skeleton in the closet? Yeah. Oh. Oh, okay. Oh, Sophie! Sophie! No, now's not the time, Sophie. No! Is the door locked? The front door's probably locked. We gotta go through the basement, don't we? Yep, we gotta go through the basement. Alright, where's he coming from? Where's he coming from? Where are you coming from, bud? Wait, did you go upstairs? I don't remember where... Oh, here he comes. Here he comes. You don't
Oh
look...
my God! Okay, it's happening.
You don't look that much like a priest. We can take a hit. Yeah, we can take a hit like a champ.
Wait.
That dude hit me with an axe and it took like a fifth of my health. Oh, Sophie, thank you. Okay. At least Sophie's on our side, I guess. Oh, it's weird. Oh, okay, yeah, we're down here by this door. I don't remember which direction we need to go for any of this. Okay. Oh, he's running now. He's a moving. He's right behind us. Sophie's helping us, right? Thank you, Sophie. Oh, he is right behind us. Come on, legs, run, move faster. Oh, I went the wrong direction. Oh no, I'm dead. Okay. Oh, jeez. Okay, that's 2 hits. That's 2 hits. We're still standing. Oh, he's way back there now. We juked him okay, but we took a hit on the run. Okay. Okay, so now what? Oh, we're back at the hospital. He's still chasing us. Wait, where is he? What? Did he beat us here somehow? Wait, you want me to go upstairs? Why do you want me to go upstairs? Why aren't we just going out the front door? What? How did he get here before us? Oh, you... No, get away from me. I'm coming, Sophie. Shut up. Oh, do we have to go up to the attic and, like, trick him? No? Okay. Oh, we do need to trick him. Nice. Okay. Wait. Oh, Sophie pulled us out of the way. Just flips him the bird. No. Wow. He died in the same way Trish died. To Janet. I'm glad that you made it back safely and uncovered the truth about the Paincreek killing. Good job. Your story will be on the front page of tomorrow's newspaper. Please submit the following information as well as a photo of your article as soon as possible. Richard Harris, Editor-in-Chief.
Did it, Patrick! We saved the city!
We have some unfinished details. P.S. By the way, we found out who hired P.S. Stephen Moss. Or P.I. Stephen Moss. Who killed Vivian Roberts? Well, technically, it was Matthew Brooks. I'm still a little confused, though. First of all, then, who killed... Was it Derek? Or no, who killed Scott? Right? Because Scott also ended up dead. He was stabbed in the... He was also hit in the chest. Did he kill his own son? What was the murder weapon? It was a... axe, I guess, technically? Select the photo for your newspaper article. Oh, this is an important question. Do I have a really good shot? We just do this one? We do a dead priest and some random schmo? I have to imagine this was Matthews when he was younger. That's got to be Matthews when he was younger, right? Did we do like a ghost? Did we do one of the ghost photos? Oh wait, how did my last couple turn out? Oh yeah, we got some good shots of her. Oh, yeah, look at that. That's fantastic. Bloody axe? Do we do the bloody axe? Bloody knife? Also, what is this knife thing? Was this just him trying to pin it on Bernard by using the knife instead? There are a lot of unanswered questions here. Also, why did they give us the option to unlock the gun cabinet if we never got a chance to, like, do that? I feel like we got the basic ending and there's, like, something deeper going on here. What's the button for? Also, we never found the body of the PI guy. Huh. We just do... I just do stump. We just do stump. No idea what this has to do with anything. Just stump. The true killer of the Paincreek, massacre. Stump. Just stump him. Oh, that's so good. Since I wrote to you, I've been busy. Okay. Calvin Bennett. Yeah, see, Scott Brooks died. So someone else murdered Scott. Unless the priest just went on a murder rampage after he finally took out Vivian. Or I guess Andrew and Vivian. But why would he kill his own son? That's not a bad one. Who killed my mother? This doesn't really have anything to do with the current investigation, I guess, though. This had nothing to do with anything. It's just very funny. Oh, yeah, we never got the desk open either. Maybe that's why I didn't get the key for the gun rack. Is the gun rack key was inside of the desk? Huh. But we never found any more chess pieces, and these didn't match the ones that we needed for to unlock the desk. Yeah, maybe the key for the gun rack was inside of the desk, and then we could have unlocked it and gotten the gun and been like, oh wait, this isn't the murder weapon. Do I have one that's like Vivian? Or Vivian. Come across you move through a close friend of mine, highly recommended to you, saying you're a person of integrity and a very reliable investigator. Room. I don't know. Maybe we just stump him out. Probably just the axe, right? Just the murder weapon. Yeah, Owen must have been who she was having an affair with then. Select default photo. Okay, I'm going to leave it all to you. Do we give him the murder weapon? Like the bloody axe on the desk, with very iconic, or do we stump him? Do we just stump him? I'm going to leave it all up to you. Do we stump him or do we give him the axe? We ask him a question or do we stump him? I don't know if this actually matters or not. It's going to be very funny if it does. Our editors is going to be like, wow, this is a great investigation, but what is this stump thing? What is this photo? We have actual photos of murder weapons. We have... It's a tough choice. It's a very tough choice. Do we go with the joke or do we go with an actual, honest-to-God, good photo? It's a tough choice. It's a very tough choice. I'm trying to think if there's anything other than that desk that we didn't do. That's the only thing I can think of is that the desk unlocked the gun rack. And then in the gun rack, we can find that the gun was never fired or something. That way we know it probably wasn't... Scott that actually killed her. And then we would find out that she had been hit with an axe and not shot with a gun anyway. It's the only thing I can think of for the desk that makes any sense that would tie it into the gun rack. And I mean, technically it was Charles's gun rack, so... State security tapes. Anybody else have an input? Do we axe? Do we do classic murder weapon, or do we do the stump? I need to know. Someone, anybody, please. I guess I can flip a coin for it. I know Ika's a big fan of flipping coins. We'll flip a coin for it. How about that? All right. Coin. Father went all Lizzie Borden? Seriously. I'm trying to... listen, Google, I'm just trying to use your coin flipping services. You don't need to ask me if I'm a robot. No, coin flipper. Coin flip, please. What is going on? Thank you. It's like the simplest thing on the planet. It's A or B, 1 or 2. All right, so here's what we're going to do. All right. Heads, we go axe, because we're cutting heads off with the axe. And then tails will go stump. All right. So tails, stump, head, axe. Let's see what the head axe, remember. Let's see what it gives us. Fate will decide. It did heads. Okay, axe it is. It doesn't... The fates do not like the meme. They want the axe. Axe it is, then. We'll do... We could probably have them crop it down a little bit, because it's a little off center. It's a little too low. I need to adjust the camera down just a smidge. So we'll go with this one where it's a little bit more centralized. Plus you get the typewriter with the tie-in with the E in the background. It's a good call-in. Okay, next. The name's owner was Matthew Brooks. Murder weapon was an axe and article photo. Submit. How did it go? That is kind of loud. To Dorothy Peterson, my name is Janet Kelly. I'm here to inform you on behalf of P.I. Steve Moss that the secrets of the Paincreek killing have come to light. He is, however, missing. The police are searching for his whereabouts. While preparing for this letter, I could not help but wonder, what if Charles didn't commit adultery? What if Vivian had not confronted Sophie? What if Magdalene hadn't insisted on the son to continue the family line? Could things have turned out differently? In hindsight, it is easy to say what they should have not done. Sometimes it's hard to make the right choices in life, isn't it? Did Derek really hate Scott so much that it led to his death? Could Matthew not have sought revenge for Sophie? And why did Henry Johnson choose to be an accomplice in Magdalene's death? The truth was that everyone made a choice they think was the best, but not necessarily the right one. This made me realize the following. We have the freedom to say or do whatever we want, but there are consequences following our actions. The bigger the mistake, the harsher the consequence. It was true that Charles and Sophie's affair was wrong, but Vivian had a choice, either to confront Charles about it or take it out on Sophie. She chose the latter. Just as Vivian made her choice, so did Andrew, Henry, and Matthew. In the end, they all had to face the consequences. One thing puzzled me. If Steve and I were both trying to find out the truth, why was I saved but not him? I hope I can find my answer someday. Till then, this is the story of the Paincreek killing. Janet Kelly, August 12th, 1999. Oh, they actually did it. Okay, great. Murder case is solved. Police are now searching for missing private investigator Steve Moss. Huh. Yeah, maybe we got the basic ending then? Maybe there's like a full ending where you find like dead Steve or Steve like tied up in a basement or something somewhere. Oh, you know what? The other thing we didn't do was we never figured out the bookshelf. We never figured out the book. I wonder if the clue for what was in that room, that would have been the secret room, was probably inside of the cabinet in there, huh? It probably had a note about how the books go, or like a photo for the books. Then you open that, and maybe we find like the dead Steve in there or something. Yeah, 91% complete. Rank detective. Oh my god. So literally the 9% was the desk thing. Oh, no. Oh, we were so close. Okay, wait. Can I go back? Can I go back and continue from where we left off? Please, let me continue. Let me continue. Where does this put us? We just need to know what's inside of that bit. Please don't put me, like, in the chase. Okay, it put me in the church, but before the chase started. Okay. Okay. Okay, great. So we can go try to figure out this last puzzle then. So what it's got to be is the chess pieces don't really match up with exactly the description. And then we open it, and there's probably a photo of the bookcase, and we have to match it. And that will unlock the secret room. And I wonder if that's where we're gonna find Steve Moss's body or something. Like he got trapped in there and then died of starvation. It would be probably the... Oh wait, this is the wrong... Well, we can go this way. It'd probably be the most grisly thing we've actually seen, because there was not a lot of actual blood and guts in this. Like the bloody weapons was the most intense thing. So yeah, I guess the implication is based on what they're saying also that Derek killed Scott, and maybe I just forgot that there was like a fallout from that. Okay, so we got to figure out how to make these pieces fit to the description, because we never found any more chess pieces. Okay. So yeah, if we open this, it probably gives me a photo, and then I can use the photo to rearrange these books to open the secret room back here. And then maybe we find Charles's other journal, because I think we've only seen one from him, the one over in the art gallery. All right, but time for me to head out. Have fun. It was nice to chill. Go on this adventure with you. Catch up with you again. Yeah. Tuesdays, Thursdays, Saturdays, and Sundays. So you're welcome in at any time, friend. Anytime. All right. Well, yeah, the superb owl is starting soon, isn't it? I forgot about that. I talked to one of the guys at work about it a little bit. Sweet. Yeah, stop by anytime. I feel like I'm fairly reliable. If I do have to cancel a stream, I usually try to make up for it either the day before or the day after. So, all right, but we got to figure this part out then. So King, Queen, Bishop, Knight, but they're definitely not bishops. Oh, good. I know where you work. That's true. That's true. You do. We're not wrong. Okay, so I guess we know what the numbers are then. We just got to make them work. So... Okay, so that would be night. So 5... So, hold on. I could probably write this one down so it'd help me remember. Where is my pencil? Excuse me. Alright, so... Night is 5. Did I write this down once already? Hold on. I thought I wrote this down once. No, it doesn't look like I did. Wait, unless it's on this other one. I have so many notes. Elkshorn needs copper. Scott, son of preacher. Trish's daughter of the sheriff. Oh yeah, this is where we started taking some of the notes. I was taking the notes. Module Playboy 2222. Death. I mean, we did escape death. You're not wrong. Or the notes are killing me. In which case, yes, that would be fitting. Too many notes, you know. Doctor, okay. So Knight is 5. Pawn is 2. Then we have the queen, and queen is 1. And then rook. Rook is 7. Okay, so those are the only numbers we came across for this, right? So then, so we have, so knight, queen, B? B, I would think, would be bishop, but we don't have a bishop piece. And then king, or I guess knight again, right? So 5, 1, something 5. So 5, 1, something 5. We'll just, I mean, the other option, I guess, would be 1. Or no, I guess 2. 2? No. Alright, it's got to be something, right? Huh? Oh, I wonder if maybe it translates to a chessboard? Wait, is there a chessboard here? Maybe those are their positions on the chessboard. So you actually need to get the numbers off of a chessboard? Because you can technically play chess by number and letter, right? You can do, like, B3, and that would indicate a movement. Like, knight moves to B3 would be an actual movement. But I don't know chess, like, at all. I know the basic rules of chess. I have not memorized a chessboard. There's no way that's what they want, though. That's so much more complicated, and they don't have a chessboard for me to look at. Gonna bake a frozen pizza? Oh, yeah. Pizza does sound pretty good. One thing I found out, though, is the jumbo shrimp are back at Del Taco, everyone. The jumbo shrimp are back at Del Taco. So I went and got me a jumbo shrimp burrito after work. It was very good. Yes, yes, it was very good. I didn't miss any other clues, right? Medical reports. 5 for the night. I had no idea if that's what they're doing with that. Okay, so what am I? Rook is 7. K, Q, B, K. So knight, queen, bishop, queen, king, or knight. Well, that's the back row minus the king. Knight is 5. Knight is 5. Knight is 5. Rook is 7. Pawn is 2. One, 1, 3, 1. That's what the default is showing, right? 1, 1, 3, 1. I wonder if the default has something to do with it. Because technically you should go... It would go rook, rook, knight, bishop. I think queen, king, bishop, knight, rook. I think is how the back line of a chessboard goes, right? If queen is 1 and rook is 7, pawn is 2. I don't know if I'm overthinking this. Pawn is 2. 3, 4. You overthinking? Never. No, I've never overthought anything ever before. There's not tons of video evidence of me literally overthinking things all the time. No, never happened. Never happened. Yes. Sam is just calling me out straight to my face. Alright, so a knight. So we have like pawn, but there's no pawn number, right? We don't need the pawn number. But then it has bishop, but we don't have a bishop. We have a rook. Queen is 1, pawn is 2. That would be 3. Rook would be 7. Rook is 7, so rook... Okay, wait. Rook, knight, bishop, king, queen, bishop, knight. Rook on the other side would be 8. So rook being 7 doesn't work. The knight being 5 doesn't work. Pawn wouldn't even be on that list because it's in a different row. Maybe it's just you gotta randomize the numbers and hope for the best? Nine, 5, 1, 0, 5. We tried all these and that doesn't work. So what else could it be? 1, 1, 3, 1. Oh, you know what the other thing we didn't figure out was the book. That one book talks about the left-right thing, right? Hold on. Pick up. 4 right, 6 left, 3 right. Could this be something other than a pawn? Could this be a bishop? I don't think it could be, because I think the bishop should be high, and it usually has the little notch in the top of its like pope hat thing. Just trying to think if there's any other way to decode this, because we don't know what the king number would be, so this would be knight, queen, something, knight. And the knight's never next to the queen on a board, like by default. And if the queen is 1... A bishop, wouldn't make any sense for a bishop to be 2, or a pawn to be 2. Why would a rook be 7? Because if you go... Queen, bishop, knight, rook. That's 4. What am I missing here? What am I missing? I mean, I guess I could try to randomize the numbers, but I don't know what that's going to change. We go 1. Unless I missed some pieces someplace else. But they're bright orange. They don't blend in exactly like easy, right? Like Alright, we might have to look this one up then. I'm not sure what I'm missing with this. So I don't remember any notes talking about this desk specifically. And then the only note we had on this book thing was the numbers left, right, and all that. Four right, 6 left, 3 right. And that sounds more like how you turn a combination on a lock. On a safe or something. Like a tumbler lock. Than it does anything to do with books. But I don't remember ever coming across the tumbler lock. 4 right, 6 left, 3 right. Right, 6 left, 3 right. Is it? Wait. 6 left, 3 right. Safe combo? Yeah, it definitely sounds like a safe combo. The only thing I can think of is maybe behind this is like another safe or something that you have to unlock to get into the room, the hidden room back here. Or maybe inside of the hidden room is a safe and you have to use this key to unlock it. But we still need to figure out what the combination of books needs to be. I'm assuming there's got to be a photo in here that shows the books. Once the books are activated, this will slide open. You can go into the secret room, and then we can use that combo from the safe to unlock, or on the back of the book to open a safe in there or something. Then we'll get the gun key. And we can go check out the gun cabinet and find out that the gun hasn't been fired or something. But I don't know what I'm doing wrong with this. Ika, how busy are you? Are you bored? Can I solicit you into helping me with this? I know. Are you Yugen? Are you deep in the Yug mines? Google chess pieces? Well, I mean, I could try that. I don't know. Yes, okay, so they're showing... Okay, yeah, we definitely got it right. That's a pawn. Bishop. Yeah, the bishop definitely has, like, the crown with the little notch in it. And then that other piece... Oh, wait, is that the king or the queen? Oh, okay, wait, we might have this wrong. Hold on. Okay, the king is the one with the cross on top. Subtract white from black? What do you mean? I'm not sure what you mean with that one, Samus. Okay, so that's definitely the queen. This is the queen. This is a rook. And then knight and then a pawn for sure. But outside of that, I'm not sure how this translates over. Dartboard clues? But I don't have any clues from the adding or subtracting or whatever for this. I think the clue is supposed to be the KQBK, which I would think would be knight, queen, something, knight, right? But we don't have a bishop as one of the pieces. And I don't remember seeing a chessboard anywhere. By the way, the multitasking I'm doing right now is the pizza, watching stream and monitoring a trade, and crushing some trash since I'll take it out tomorrow anyways. Oh, wow. Fair, Ika, fair. All right, I'm gonna see if I can look up a hint for this. 'Cause I don't know what I'm missing here. Paincreek Killings. Chess? Let's see. Study room desk code. Don't open the desk until you get all 6 pieces and the clue. Huh? What do you mean all 6 pieces? Huh, okay. If anyone can point me in the right direction for something I missed, it would be greatly appreciated. I have been stuck on this since last night. Apparently there's 6 pieces? I'm sure that gives you a hint. Knight and pawn. And noted the numbers on the bottom of each. Wait, there's a king someplace? And apparently there was a note we missed that explains how to do some of it? Where would I have even missed it at this point? Like, is it in the house? Okay, maybe I just need to know where the chess pieces are located at. Bishop chess piece can be found tucked into the time capsule. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. I forgot completely about the time capsule. So the time capsule has something to do with this. Oh, okay. So that's what I'm missing. But we never found the key to get into the other part of the graveyard. Okay, so maybe that's what I'm missing then. Okay. Graveyard key? Does not require a physical key. Access is gained via 4-digit keypad code. What? Hold on. What? Hold on. I want to see what this looks like. I swear I remember looking at the thing and it being like, unlock? I must just be completely misremembering what this looks like then? Yeah, I forgot about the time capsule thing. I mean, obviously whatever's in the time capsule and all that stuff isn't mandatory to finish. Oh, whoops. Isn't mandatory to finish it, but I'm still curious on what this 9% we're missing is. Also, oddly, we weren't ever able to get into the other ones of these. We never got other car glove box keys. Maybe some of them are just red herrings then. I don't know. Oh yeah, so this was the original one, which we already knew this one. The 1131. So wait, the 1131 matches what's on the desk, right? So we got into that. Yeah, see, this requires a key, though. Okay. How do I get into... Okay, maybe we do time capsule, and it'll tell me how to get into that, then? I finished the module last night and loved it, but I was never able to get to the time capsule by the big rock in the cemetery. I read about it in Derek's journal, found the shovel, and went to the big rock, but I was unable to find anywhere in the area that I could interact with. Jeez. Glad you enjoyed the module. Should be hidden near the big rock as you stated, but make sure you're facing Hannah and there's 2. It is unfortunately a dead end. Okay, wait. So right, so this is the key that unlocks the secret room. Does it... Wait, it doesn't, like, unlock this, too, does it? No. Okay, so where is the cemetery key? I'm stuck. Where do I get the key for the second gate in the cemetery? I'm stuck. Where do I find the second... It's nowhere. It's not necessary? Wait, what? What does that mean? Huh? It's not necessary. So, wait, is this the big rock, then? Is it over here? Nowhere. It is not necessary. Okay, so maybe this is where it's hidden by this rock then. Oh, wait. I need a tool to dig? Oh. Best friends forever. Oh. Oh. Scott is gone and Trish is dead. How did this happen? We held Trish's funeral last week. There could have been more people. There should have been more. This village will be barren in a few months to a year. My generation is just moving out, and the old generation is simply dying out. I will also be leaving here soon, once my mother passes on, once I can't take of her any longer. The night Vivia died, I saw Scott meeting her. I was at a distance from where they were arguing. I couldn't hear the details, but I could tell that they were just disagreeing. When Scott left and went back to this cabin, I followed him. I watched him through the window till early morning, all the time thinking how we drifted so far. How could Trish choose him over me? Am I not good enough for her? The police questioned me when Scott was suspected of killing Vivian. I knew he didn't do it, but decided not to tell them what I knew. With Scott locked up, I could have a chance to be with Trisha. I didn't expect that this small omission on my part would eventually lead to Scott's death. When Scott died, Trisha ended her life. In a way, I too died that day. I never wished for Scott to die, nor Trisha. I hope they can forgive me. Derek Tyler. Okay. Well, that sucks, bud. Okay. Apparently, I was under the misconception that the time capsule was on that side of the graveyard, on the other side of that door. Okay. We got the squad here. Okay, I can see a mild family resemblance on Derek and Trisha, or Scott and Trisha. They have very similar mouths. Best friends forever. We have a bear. Trisha, congratulations. I'll always love you from Mom. Alright. Adorable. Oh, there's the other chess piece. There's the bishop. Okay. Oop. I don't need two of those. Secret of Paincreek. Secret room above Father's room. Oh, okay. We just kind of figured that out on our own. Mansion. Hidden room in the study. Yeah, we're working on that right now. Future Detective Scott. Okay. Underground secret passage. Underground secret passage. Maybe that's to the sewer then? It's where the road to the church... Yeah, that's gotta be... to the sewer. That's gotta be what that's for. But hey, we figured this out, and this on our own. Okay, so we're still missing one piece then. Guess it could be in the secret underground area or whatever. Oh yeah, the bishop is... So we still need what the king is. Bishop was what? 9. So we still need one more piece then. I guess we can go check whatever the secret underground passage is. It's halfway between the road to the church, because it kind of goes down and around, so I'm assuming like up this way. I assume they mean the sewer, but I guess I could be wrong. And then it's just kind of here where the two roads meet, because this goes down and around. So I guess it would be here? Secret underground passage. It's got to be the sewers, what they're talking about. that didn't give me any other clues, really, right? Like, we already knew about this. The hidden room in the study, which is what we're working on right now. It's not gonna watch him in the thing. To die. Okay. So I guess we just need to know where the last piece is? A king chess piece can be found in the hidden safe in the Galleria. Gated. Wait, what? Did we open that? Okay, so we must not have gotten that open either. Further clarification provided by the final page of Charles's diary. City room desk hint chess pieces. As provided the letters above. Yeah. Okay, so maybe that's what the other thing we missed was the... I thought we opened that, though. Because wasn't there a clue on the back of one of the photos or something at one point? I must have, like, run off in a, you know, excitedly reading a letter and not noticed the chess piece? Because that'll be the last one we need. God, we move so much slower in this area for some reason. Okay, I think the museum's on the bottom on this side? Yeah. I guess it's not a museum, it's the art gallery or whatever, but... Oh, I guess I never did open this. Oh, okay. I guess that's what we're missing. Like the other dates, this one does not require some zeros. Maybe this is something I forgot then. Maybe I found a clue and I just spaced it at the end of a week or something. Hold on. Believe me when I say... Charles Roberts, I don't know if the joke you sent me... Not me, I was witnessing Sophie's death, nothing more. Henry Johnson. Did I miss a note from him? Hold on, I think I actually can look up files, right? Is it in... Trying to remember how to access the note thing, because it actually keeps track of the files you found someplace, right? That's the photos. Maybe it doesn't. I thought it... resume, reload options. Yeah, I thought there was one of these that like shows you all the files that you found. Oh, here we go. Journal, yes. Letter document, other. Manson security logbook. Okay, so it would be underneath Charles Roberts, I guess? I would like him too. But we only got the one. Because Patricia that she didn't leave me. She is a good wife and a good mother. I'm grateful for that. Vivian is always getting sick during this time of year. Today's mom's death anniversary. This afternoon. Okay, was there another one? Sheriff's location. Or relocations. There's a reply to Charles. Joke you sent me in the threat letter, but if you know them well, you must have found the truth. Okay, so I must have not found the note about how to unlock hospital closed. Jonathan Walker. Read Henry Johnson's death. Coal mine incident. Small sum composed to... So, yeah, I guess I must have missed the clue. Laura Gibson. Oh, yeah, see, there's all of the ones for Scott. I must have missed a clue in here someplace that would tell me how to open that safe. That's what happens? 0? Yeah, I don't know where we missed it. Oh, Trish. Charles. Nurse logbook, innkeeper's logbook. Scott pleads not guilty. Was it Dorothy who mentioned that they had just gotten back from the hospital? What would that be? Express Charles sent me something today. He asked if I would be willing to stay with Sophie. Okay. Tried to kill himself again. Was drowning food. And I were feel to be loved. There was one of these talking about her being born. Maybe it's Vivian then? Waiting for election. Today, Charles invited me to a restaurant. Called today. I didn't expect him to threaten me by backing out of supporting Charles. 4. Been asking around about Sophie. Expensive, but I realized the garden has been maintained well in the past. Medical came through. Became the main photographer for the Easter fundraising event. Eat much. Got any more? Of all the men in the world, why would Trish pick him? This is unacceptable. Is it Trish talking about her birthday? Dad for a while. Sometimes I wonder if mom loves me. Nurse station, lots of sticky notes. Yeah, but I don't think that would have the birth of her, would it? With Scott. Scott and I decide. Scott has to work the garden. Mansion, although I thought it would be teacher. Scott has finally finished moving all his stuff to the cabin. Judgmental. I asked if I had a younger brother. She fires Scott. Today was Scott's day off. I know it's mentioned that they had Trisha's birthday. Is it Wanda? That's him what he wanted. Okay, that's Derek. Stability, Dorothy. Can stand Sophie. She's not that pretty. Just barely a year working here, and the others are already... Okay. Yeah, I know you didn't like her. Derek poked fun. But I know Derek and them were friends. Vivian Roberts. Okay, Sophie Miller, Scott Brooks. Matthew picked me up. Boys are always yelling. Trish defended me today. For me to play. He's 5 years older. Okay. Trish talks to me recently. Peterson passed away. Increasing. Went to the driver. It's important, father. Secret room of the thing. We already knew about that. Be with Trish. Today is Valentine's Day. Okay. The past week it's been more difficult for me to talk to Father Matthew. Church. Father, it's been a month since Charles gave me the rabbit cabin to stay. His bedroom today. I shouldn't have done that, but he might have something that could. I returned from the orphanage and found out. Brought me there. Andrew's drunk again. Oliver Gibson's the photographer. We only had one thing from him, and it was just about him leaving. Matthew Brooks, Mary Martinez. 3 months, every treats me well. Dorothy and Bernard talk. I think this is... Wanda's sick. Vivian was passing by when I broke the vase. Shouted for me to walking. So then when I found Derek and Wanda's old stuff, I asked Derek about it, and he told me he was live here with his mom. With Bernard today, he left swollen pretty... left wrist was swollen pretty badly. When I asked what happened, he claimed he fell during rock climbing and twisted his left hand. Missed our invitation this year. During dinner, Dorothy asked me to clean her house tomorrow. Noticed the door was already slightly. I was depending on the old woman. Grand party to celebrate Trisha's birthday this evening. Okay, so here we go. She'll be turning officially 21 years old. So yeah, so Trish would have been born in, what, 74? So June 11th, 74 is her birthday. June 11th, 1974. Trish and Scott are meeting at the shed behind the mansion. So they're doing their secret hideout meetups when she's 21? Wow. Okay. So I must have just missed a note that had the information about that. So I think I know the approximate date of Vince's birthday. Should be around 18. What? I don't know where we missed whatever note or whatever. James. Newspapers, diaries. Juan Tyler. Sheriff's location. Letter to Daniel. My son, it's been a while since I last wrote to you. I'm getting much better now. Dr. Johnson has assured me with his leaving letter. Hiring P.S. Smith. Phone embezzlement, medical record. Matthew hires lawyer. Sister Rachel's confession. I remember. My father, Calvin, came to me holding a basket with you in it. He said that you'd lost your parents and there's only one to take care of you. Scott, after he left, I could be willing. Okay. Here's advice for Vivian. Not to you as a doctor, but as a friend. I know you had your suspicions about Charles. Now that it appears it revealed, there is no point in beating around the bush. You want to protect yourself. Okay. So letter to Trisha. Mother Calvin, this letter is about the things I have witnessed during my stay in Paincreek while in the service of Miss Roberts to Paincreek on July to visit her son. Arriving, we were informed that Sophia, along with her child, had left Paincreek. Letter is not about Sophie, although I was okay. Disappearance. Say what I suspect. Pod. Threat letter. Know what you did. Meet me by the well at midnight. You know which one. Oliver's letter to Dorothy. Care of my son on many occasions. Or store on many occasions, because I don't think he had a son. This everything. Dear Willie, please wait for my return. Love, Matthew. Public report. Derek, event's canceled. Okay, wait. Hear that Father Matthew will not be joining any part of the annual religious gathering. Oh, maybe the guy misunderstood this. And yeah. So his alibi is that he went to this event, but in actuality he had to cancel because he was sick. Record of alibi. Matthew Brooks. There's an annual religious... July ran for 5 days, so yeah, so that's what it was talking about. Again, the slightly not English of this makes it a little confusing sometimes. Question: Trisha's dead. How has this happened? So I guess he confessed to killing Scott? That's not what this letter sounds like, but okay. Sheriff's relocation. Okay, so the only thing then is we did in fact miss the note about what the clue is to open this. So somewhere we missed a journal or something from Charles Roberts about it. Back to the house. little more cover. But yeah, apparently it's someone's birthday. Apparently it's like Scott or / Vincent's birthday and or Trisha's birthday. Let me try Trisha's. I think it would be 11/06/90 or 74. Wait, did I do that right? 11/06. Okay, let me try it the other way then. 6/11. Okay, so it's got to be Vincent's birthday. Appropriate date. Yeah, it says, okay, so this one's saying it's Vincent's birthday, should be around the 18th of June, 1975. Wait, what? How is that possible? He was born before Sophie, right? Or before Trish, wasn't he? So, was it in the confession then? From what's-her-face to the priest? Sophie's birthday gift. From our return. Let's report. Derek's confession. Matthew's letter to Sophie. Oliver's Dorothy. Dear Dorothy, I want to express my heartfelt gratitude for all you've done for me. You've taken care of my store. Okay. Sylvia's confession letter. 2 days after arriving, we were informed that Sophie, along with her child, several months during the time period Charles was all alone. In an affair, a boy was born. Her son Charles, it was rumored that Vivian had a nervous breakdown during her. She didn't say that. Okay. Confesses better is not Sophie, although it was initiated by her disappearance. Death. Paincreek radiation deteriorated the family doctor. Yes, but should it have killed her? According to the physician, Paincreek was packing to leave from home. Her child and the death of Miss Roberts. I say when I'm suspected. Okay, so no, that's got nothing to do with it. They said something about the photo of Trish with the baby, which I think we have. We took a photo of that? No, I guess I didn't. I thought I did. Because that's Dorothy with Trisha and not Sophie with the baby. Oh, I did. 06/21/1975? Okay, so I guess we'll try that. 6/21/75. Okay, so 21/06/75? Nope. So there's another note then. So this wasn't the... Oh, this just ties in the blanket. Right. So... what other note was there about the actual day of the birth? Scott's letter to Trish. My birth parents. Not kill your mother. Never lived. Okay. Here's advice for Vivian. Protect yourself and Trish. There's only one way. You have to... Sophie and the baby leave Charles. They need to move away from Paincreek. You will, of course. Okay. No zeros. Yeah. That's what it said. Does it appear probably okay? July 4th. You in it. Okay, so, I mean, that's just when he got to the orphanage. That wouldn't be his birthday. And we know if he was over talking to the priest, that was the day he was adopted, not his actual birthday, when he came back. Medical records. leaving 20 years. I'm so glad I was able to spend the time. R.E.P. Okay, letter to Daniel. Wrote to you. I'm getting too much better now, Dr. Johnson. At the restaurant, I hope she spends enough time. Oh, this is the one from Andrew to Daniel, I think. Evan's murder case report, sheriff relocation. What's death? Trisha's reports. Sophie Miller. I feel like he's trying to escape his chores at church. And from Matthew today saying that he'll be extending his stay. There's a telegram this morning from Matthew. My mother's... Okay, wait, here we go. My baby was born today at 8:20 a.m. and he's a boy. He looks just like Charles. Taking good care of us. She prepares the food and attends my birthday. Time and if I need anything, I told him he didn't have to come so often. Instead, focus on work. As a mayor, he needs a ton of that. His mother, Manager, was arriving in 2 weeks. Okay, so June 1st, 95. So 07 or 06, 01. So 01, 06, 75? No, that doesn't work either. That literally is what... My baby boy was born at 8:20 a.m. and it's a boy. June 1st. So it's either 1/06/75 or it's 06/01/75. Oh, unless it's a full year? Hold on. So like a 6/1/1975? Ah, it was that way. Got it. 6/1. Well, it has to be 6 symbols. So it was the 6 and the 1, and then you had to include the 19 for the year. Okay.
Victory scream!
I have no idea where I missed the note about it being Vince/Scott's birthday or whatever. Okay. I know we had to have found the note at one point. Oh, okay. Another journal. Cannot believe that Scott killed my wife. It's being spewed all over the media. How? Why? He loves Trisha and I treated him like my own son. It doesn't make any sense. I visited Scott today. I asked him why he would kill Vivian. He did not answer, but simply looked down on the floor. I wanted an answer so desperately that I nearly rattled his neck. Does he even feel any guilt or remorse for what he's done? How can he not say anything? I visited Scott again today knowing that he will be released soon. That just wasn't enough evidence to pin him. He looked thinner than before, but I didn't care. I wanted to know why he killed Vivian. When I asked, he stared at me. I was so angry that I yelled at him. I was about to leave when out of nowhere he said, I pity the ignorant. What the heck does that mean? November 2nd. I got drunk last night at the inn. Scott is now a free man. I think I babbled about how much I despise Scott and what I would do to have someone get rid of him. Did I really say that? How did I get home anyways? Oh, right. Bernard was with me. He drove me home. Routing numbers, account numbers, email password, study room, desk hint, chess piece, king. K is king/knight, queen is... Okay, I mean, we already figured that part out. Also, this stuff is... First National Bank routing and accounting numbers is kind of important. I mean, he did put this in the safe. I love his email password. Okay. Alright. So, that. Caudel's the last will and testament of Randall Lewis. Randall Lewis. I, Charles Roberts, being of sound mind, and declare that this counts to be my last will and testament. Dated July 1st, 1975. Effective as today, June... Okay. Item 1, article B shall be modified to read, should a boy be born in the Roberts family that is of a direct lineage to Charles Roberts, if he is the eldest son and no others can contest, shall inherit all of the family's fortune upon Charles Roberts' passing. The sole condition to this is that the son must be at least 25 years of age. Item 2, article 6A of my will shall be stricken in its entirety. The firstborn child of Roberts' family shall inherit 50% of all the family's fortune should Charles Roberts pass away. Item 3. Article 11 shall be added to my will and shall read, Vincent Roberts, born of Charles Roberts and Sophia Miller on June 1st. Oh, this also has the... Okay. 1975 in Paincreek shall be officially acknowledged as a family member of the Roberts family effective July 1st, 1975. Okay. Okay, so this should be the last, technically, piece of this we need. And now we have all of the chess pieces. Yeah, I don't know where I missed the note about how to get that safe open. I'm sure I must have read it, and there's so many things I just totally spaced it at one point. But now we should have all 6 pieces. So the king... Oh, wait, it's not upstairs, is it? Nope. Okay, so this will get the desk open, and then hopefully this will give us a clue about the secret room. Okay, so the king was a 4. Okay, that's all 6 pieces now. Oh, why is my... There we go. Okay, so... Yeah, interesting that this is 1131, which is the same, I think, password to get into the cemetery. I wonder if it just uses, like, it uses the same tumbler as the one over there as, like, the visual of it, and it just automatically gets converted to that when you put it in. Alright, so it's either going to be 5 or 4, 1, 9, and then 5 or 4. So 5, 1, 9, oh, what? 1, 9, and then 4. Yep, okay. So it was, what did I do? 5, 9, 4. So I did knight and then king. Okay, here we go. Months ago, right before Vivian was killed, I confronted her about Mom's death. She said she didn't know anything about it. She only administered the medicine as provided by Dr. Johnson. She was lying. I could see it in her eyes. She was scared and she was hiding her fear. I know that Vivian was never completely truthful with me, but I still have no proof yet. She never liked Mom, but I wouldn't have thought her capable of killing her own mother-in-law. I know that she had something to do with what happened to Mom and Sophie, but what can I do? She was my wife, after all, and now... Vivian is dead. So is Scott. Now Trisha is dead, too. Is this my punishment for the affair I had 20 years ago? I don't know, bud. What else do we got? Charles Robert, investigation was initially promising. We interviewed possible witnesses who might have something about Sophie's disappearance. Months later, however, we are nowhere near knowing what happened to Sophie. We've searched through all the states for any possible trace, but to no avail. What we can conclude at the time is that the main course of Sophia's disappearance has to do with Andrew, Henry, and Vivian. Now that they are gone, we are unable to get the truth about what really happened to Sophie. If you prefer, we can still continue the search. However, the results look bleak. We post a reward for any information regarding Sophie, hoping that it's just a matter of time before someone with real information steps up. For the time being, we suggest that you wait. Should anything emerge, you will be the first to know. Sincerely, Jason Beckard. Oh, he hired a private investigator to go find her at some point, too. Interesting. Oh, wait. I think this is different. Upon your request, we investigated Andrew Reed and Henry Johnson's death. Due to confidential agreements with our sources, we are unable to reveal the true nature of their deaths. Suffice to say, both of them did not die of said accident, so we dug deeper. We found out that Andrew and Henry were both related to the disappearance of Sophie Miller and the death of Magdalene Roberts 20 years ago. What really happened to Sophie, we do not know as of now. However, some evidence was brought to light regarding Magdalene Roberts' death. We talked to a retired nurse who used to work at the Paincreek Community Hospital, although she preferred to remain anonymous. According to her, she came across a note while cleaning Dr. Johnson's office. In it, Dr. Johnson stated that the prescription was lethal and to be administered only to Magdalene, and the dosage has to be precise or it will not work. No one else Wait, no one else should intake it. A letter was made out to your wife, Vivian Roberts, according to the note. If you would like for us to stop the investigation, let us know at your earliest convenience. Otherwise, we will continue to find out the truth about Sophie's disappearance. Okay. So... Huh. Okay. Well, that did not give me the clue I needed for this. Was there, like, another photo that had it in the background? I guess it's just the clue on the bottom of the book is the only thing that we have to go off of for how to get this open. I don't think we have another photo of this room or anything. My nose is itching so bad right now. I don't know what's going on. Ugh. Okay. Well, that was a little underwhelming. So we got to figure out what this book means then. Encyclopedia. Illustrated Medical and Health Encyclopedia. 4 right, 6 left, 3 right. Four right, 6 left. 6 left, 1, so that would be 4. So that's the most blatant one, right? 4 right, 6 left, 3 right. So if we go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. Okay, we can do it the other way. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nothing there. Two, three, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 3. Okay, so that doesn't work either. So we do it the other way. Oh, come on, don't fight me on this. Okay, so what else are we missing then? Four right, 6 left, 3 right. I'm almost positive these were pushed back when we came over here. So I feel like I remember sitting the book down and it being forward, and then I could pick it back up, and I was confused. 4 right, 6 left, 3 right. 2, 3, 4. 4 right. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then you want to go 2 this way. And then just to this one? What else? couldn't... unless it's like... 1, 2, 3. No. So, if we do 4... I don't think I have a clue about this one. Let me see, maybe I missed a clue someplace. I don't know. If I'm not wrong, but actually you had to push the 4th from the right, the 6th from the left, and the 3rd from the right? Except the 1, it made perfect sense to me. Oh. So they mean... Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, and then 3? Okay. Maybe it needs to go the other way? So we have them all this way, and then we push them back? 3, 4... 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ah, okay. Wow. Okay, so yeah, that's what it was. I messed up the... They should have been all out and then pushed in. Okay. Gotcha, gotcha. I'll just leave that there for a second, I guess. Well, I'm happy to hear you're doing pretty good, Zet. What are we even gonna get? That's it? That's what this secret room is just a bookshelf? Wow, that... Magdalene Roberts, mother of Charles, dies at 68. That looks a little bit like Betty White. As a main cause of death, Magdalene Roberts passed away last night at the age of 68. She was visiting her son, Charles Roberts, in Paincreek when her heart failed. Lee Patterson, a maid working at the mansion, knocked on Magdalene's door at 7 a.m. Since there was no answer, she assumed Magdalene was still sleeping. Only 2 hours later, when Magdalene still did not respond to her knocking, that she realized something was wrong. She called Bernard Hopkins, the mansion butler, who came and opened the door to find Magdalene lying on the bed. She wasn't breathing. He immediately called 911. Dr. Johnson, the family doctor and head of Paincreek Community Hospital, arrived at the mansion at around 9:30 a.m. and pronounced Magdalene Roberts dead. According to Dr. Johnson, Magdalene Roberts probably had a heart attack sometime in the middle of the night. More accurate diagnoses are yet to be determined, but Magdalene's death was most probably the result of high blood pressure and old age. 68's not that old. All newspaper articles found. Nice. Oh, another one of these. Our baby daughter is born today. We've named her Trish. Vivian had to go through a cesarean section. I'm just glad that both the mother and the child are safe, and I thank God for that. I feel so happy to have a baby in the family. There's no words to express the joy I'm feeling inside. All the same, I'm worried of what mother might say once she knows that the baby is a girl. Vivian is being hospitalized for the second time in a year. The first time was for the C-section. This time her mental instability. Dr. Johnson told me not to visit her until she is stabilized and ready to receive me. What can I do? Mom wants a boy, but it's not safe for Vivian to be pregnant anymore. Sometimes I feel lost, not knowing what to do. Mostly, I just feel lonely. I never thought this would happen. Wherever Sophie is babysitting Trish, she would listen to everything. Everything to have to say. I could express myself candidly. Never once did she question the decisions I made. It made me feel like she understands me. I found comfort in her, both spiritually and physically. I just never thought I would have a relationship with her. What should I do now? July 6th. I have a name for our child. He will be named Vincent Roberts. I will add him to my will. Sophie seems to be hiding as well as she can from Vivian. Even I have not seen her in the last 2 days. I wonder where she could be. Okay. Nothing in the cabinets. Dear Charles, I received a letter from Dorothy yesterday. She told me everything. What have you done, my son? Does Vivian know? Have you even considered the consequences of your actions and what What of this Sophie? What will you do with her? You made a mistake, and you'll need to take responsibility for what you have done. Do you understand? You cannot take her as your wife. You already have one. The scandal cannot be publicly known. It would destroy your political career. However, the child is important. He is your flesh and blood and might be the son you need to properly continue the family. I'm now preparing to visit you. Do not say anything to Vivian yet. I will take care of it when I arrive. Whoops. Whoopsie doodle. Oh, we already had a photo of this, didn't we? Well, what's another one? Oh, last journal? Vivian hasn't spoken much since she was discharged from the hospital. Dr. Johnson said she is fully healed. It'll take some time for her to adjust back to her old rhythm. I feel our relationship is deteriorating as has suffered permanently in some way. Or has suffered permanently in some way. June 17th, I love Trish and I know Vivian does too. I can only hope that my mother's passion for a grandson will not affect Vivian's love for Trish. I hope that she does not hold any resentment towards Mother. Okay, last of those. This is not what I expected for a secret room. This is a pretty basic, like, it's just a closet. Like, why do you need this to be a secret? Alright, so I think that's everything then? I don't remember anything else we haven't done then. Oh, I guess we can end it again and see if we get 100%. Like true detective or full detective or Sherlock Holmes if the hat's correct. Because I think we've done everything now. Interesting that all of that was optional, by the way. We didn't need to do any of that to actually get the ending. I was really expecting to find Steve Moss or whatever. Like his body or some kind of additional clue to him, but I guess he's just gonzo. We know he's not inside of the well where they put Sophie, because we went down there. Yeah, I don't know. The Steve Moss thing is really odd. Unless they're setting up a sequel. Okay. See the ending, yes. I assume this is what this is for. So we can just end this when we want and we don't have to go through the chase sequence at the end again. Okay, so the killer was Matthew Brooks with an axe. And we'll go Stump. We'll go Stump for this one. Where is it? Where are you, Stump? Stump? Stump. Stump. Stump? Killed Vivian with axe. The Paincreek Killing truth revealed. The Sun City Tribune? Wait a second. What? That's Sun City's a real place. Also, there's more people involved with this than I was expecting. I honestly thought this was a pretty small team, but this is a little bigger than that. Additional assistance. That's a lot of testers, actually. Special thanks, Steve M. And anyone else to support this project. Okay. Wow, I didn't realize it took us that long. Alright. Editing this down is going to kind of suck. Okay. To who it may concern, I read your story on today's paper and I'm sure you got your facts right. Yours truly, a concerned citizen. Ah, okay. So, case unsolved. Rank amateur. Wait, we got detective for a 91%, but this time we got amateur? And a grade C. Wait, what? So does the final photo actually affect something? Huh. I guess the final phono actually does affect something. This trade is going well. If it does hit my price target, then I'll have had 3 good profit trades in a row, which I don't think I ever managed last time. Nice. And apparently we're also still missing something. 4% of something. Bird behaving weird when I'm trying to find sound effect, but favorite's still there. Yeah, it was trying to find something earlier too. Blurp's having a hard time. That's on Blurp's end, by the way. Okay, so we're still missing something, but I'm not worried about the rest of it. I guess because the photo wasn't good, I didn't actually get the proper ending. Hold on, let me look through these achievements and see if it's telling me anything else. Let's see, guest's last cap. Matthew Brooks's story.
Yep, guess time.
Wow. All right. Missing journalists. All letters found. Completionist. Guest's lost cap. Interesting. Matthew Brooks's story. So we missed apparently something of Matthew's somewhere. I don't know where we could have missed it, because we went all over the church. All over the church, and there was the secret room. We were all over the secret room too. I don't know. Maybe there was something else in there I didn't click on. Yeah, I also noticed the updated UI on Blurp. Oh, that's probably why they're having a hard time. Bugs. Missing journalist, I assume, probably has something to do with Steve Moss. Otherwise, I don't remember any other particular journalists. All letters found probably ties into, the stuff we missed. And the completionist is just probably getting literally everything else. So yeah, we did a pretty good job, I would say. Case unsolved was the 12%. Not the rarest, though. The rarest is completionist. But case unsolved somehow is rarer than truth revealed, which is odd. Huh. So yeah, I guess we just never figured out what happened to Steve Moss was one of the things that was missing. It probably also ties into the stuff that was going on with Matthew Roberts, since he's the one who probably killed him. So the only thing I can think of with that weird second review that was worse than the first is that the photo wasn't particularly good. Like, they wanted a photo of the murder weapon or something. Like a picture of the murder weapon, or the picture of the murder, like the murderer or something like that. It's the only thing I can think of on why it got worse the second time, even though we had more completed. I don't know. That's an interesting system, though. That's a very interesting system. I guess final reviews. I had a really good time. They did a great job with the atmosphere. It felt like that at any second something crazy and mysterious could happen. Adding the ghost in was a nice touch because it added a little bit of weirdness. Obviously, there's not any action really in it except the very end. Maybe they could have done a little bit more with something about that. Like maybe like the serial killer is masked, and sometimes when you're moving around the city, they'll show up and attack you. Something like that could have worked. Oh, man. I don't know what else. I mean, what did we end up looking up? We looked up the chess pieces thing. Oh, I think the other thing was the translation issues. There was some definitely translation from whatever the native language was into English, and or they needed an editor to go through and fix some of the bad writing, because there was some really bad writing in here. Like the time capsule thing was all over the place. I had no idea we could access it already. I thought we need to go into the other part of the cemetery, because I didn't realize that little stone was the big stone or whatever they had mentioned at one point. And the chess pieces were involved with that. I'm gonna blame myself for not remembering how to unlock the safe in the painting room. Also, I mean, I guess eventually I might have figured out the book thing if I really kept slamming my face into it. I mean, the answer was there. It was just a little bit more obscure than I would have thought. Yeah, I don't... Otherwise, what was the other thing we ended up looking up? The input numbers. How the format you put the stuff into changed and mattered somewhat. That I thought was a little annoying. You need to present them in a way that I guess establishes how that works right off the rip. If you're doing it European style, where you have the day first, or you're doing it American style with a month first. I don't know. I feel like that was a little annoying because if I got that wrong, I thought I got the wrong password, not the wrong method of putting it in. Same with the dart puzzle. I don't like that on the dartboard there is a lone dart indicating like, hey, this is where the dart fell out of, even though that's not actually correct. It felt like they were deliberately misleading you into getting the false answer or something. That was a little frustrating. I don't like stuff like that. Also, I guess it's fine that there was so many red herrings. Felt like you needed books lined up. Books lined up. Yeah, I mean, the order you found the books and stuff was pretty important. I think they could make a cool sequel to this. I think they need to tweak it a little bit. I think they could take everything in here, refine it down a little bit, make some adjustments. Maybe movement speed can stay high. Probably, I hate to say it, but they probably need to add something that's like they could refine this. Probably need to add something that gives a little bit of a highlight to interactable objects. Because they did a great job of having stuff in the universe and making it feel lived in. But at the same time, it was kind of difficult to tell if I'm looking at 3 papers laying on a desk and I interact with one of them, I think, I can interact with all 3 of them, but it turns out interacting with them just shows me the same one over and over again. And it's just kind of obnoxious that I'm trying to figure out, did I misclick? What's going on here? So just some kind of indicator that, okay, you have looked at these 3 pages before, right? Or that these 3 pages are connected and you don't need to look at them separately. Just some kind of indicator like that lets me know, yeah, you've looked at this already, or these are tied together, you don't need to look at them again. Something like that. Just to calm down, how often I'm trying to fidget a little space to be like, well, is this envelope different than the letter or whatever? So that way I know, right? Yeah, I it's gonna probably get a B minus. I think from me. I think it's good. I think people should play it if you like puzzle modules at all. But I think it can be refined and made into honestly a solid B plus. I think the concept is fun. I think you could refine this and make it into a solid B plus. Yeah. I think you could. I think you can get this. It is a B minus. I think it can become a B plus. I don't think puzzle modules are for everyone. I think it's a niche audience. So I understand that this isn't the biggest deal. I'm still surprised that Blueprints took off like it did. I guess if they could catch heat like Blueprints did, maybe this could go mainstream and get an A. Too slow for you? Yeah, I mean, there's a little bit too much backtracking and stuff. I think that's important to keep the movement speed going and keep it high. I think it's a choice that they made the map so big because they were trying to go for the small town feel, so they kind of expanded the map out. It was okay. The one thing I will say that they did that was really good is they let you take photos of all of the books and the notes and items and everything. That's a great idea. Keep that. That was awesome. But you missed stuff? Yeah, I missed some stuff. And that's fine. The problem is I mean, if I was playing this on my own, I would probably go back and like look that stuff up and go and see and find it. But that's not interesting on the stream. We need to keep a little bit more of a high tempo, right? So I think you can keep the movement speed, but I think if you add in like the interact thing, you're going to find more stuff. And I don't think missing a note is part of the fun of the puzzle so much as putting the clues together is the fun, right? So you need to be able to find the clues pretty easily. Module Playboy. Love. I mean, that's fair. Gulag love for it. But yeah, I think if they could figure out a way to refine it down a little bit, I think some kind of interaction indicator. I do like that nothing here seemed like it was like color coordinated really. So color blindness shouldn't have interfered with anything. I don't think audio interfered with anything. I mean, obviously you need to be able to see the module, so the blind might not be able to enjoy, but I think in that regard they did a good job. Yeah, I would say if they could figure out a way to refine it down a little bit, maybe Blueprints style, they could get it into like an A, I think. But honestly, I think you could take this and refine it just into a B+. I think it becomes a B+. I think it's something that's really good for people who love puzzles. I don't know if it's going to go mainstream like Blueprints did, though. Because Blueprints was incredibly popular. I'm still not even sure why it became as popular as it did, but good for them, you know? Yeah, I would definitely play the Paincreek Killings 2 Search for Steve Moss or whatever his name was or something like that. Or if we want to do research on maybe like the all the crazy stuff that happened when the mine collapsed. I don't know. Obviously, you'd probably have to change the name of it to something else. Maybe do, you know, I don't know, if it's Paincreek. So I don't know, I mean, for us, I guess it would be the Raven Hillbrook Killings or something, and it's about the murder inside of a skyscraper, like a 4-story skyscraper, and there was a murder. So you have to go from like floor to floor trying to investigate to find out what happened. The only problem with that, obviously, would be the visuals probably wouldn't be nearly as interesting as a small town like this. But something in that same premise where you would do the something Killings, that would be the sequel, and it just becomes the Killings series or something like that. I think that would be the only way they can make a sequel. I don't think you have to set it in the same town. You definitely want a new place, I think. But yeah, I'm going to go Final Judgment, B-. I think it has potential to go B+ if they refine it a little bit. But right now, I'm going to say B-. I'm going to say B-. Lurkers, thank you. We got the Twitch World go around. We always appreciate you. Anybody check the VODs here on Twitch, check the VODs on YouTube repository. Also greatly appreciated. Seeing those numbers helps keep me motivated. If you need a well-thought-out solution, you need a thinking solution. Raven Hillbrook Inc., Thinking Solutions. So that woman ate a ton of iron. Yeah, she took 2 axe hits of iron. That's some serious iron. I hope you all have a good rest of whatever you're up to. And yeah, thank you all for hanging out. And that's going to be it for me. Yeah. Bye.